Too clever.
When you want to get off that darkest ground, the gravity pulls you straight down. Earth from a bird's eye view. You should grow feathers and see this too. When you want to get off the darkest ground, the gravity pulls you straight down. When you want to get off the darkest ground, the gravity pulls you straight down. Clear
I gotta save that for the Halloween special.
Yeah.
Alrighty, well, howdy, y'all, and welcome back to another movie night. We are here, and we're about a week late, so I do apologize for that. I had a little injury last week that kind of, got me tied up until late in the night and blah blah blah. But we're here now.
Damn
So,
it,
yeah.
Sean.
You got an injury while you were tied
What
up?
the
Really?
hell was that?
No, none of those things. But we do have a quite a large panel with us tonight. So let's see if we can get through our intros here. Let's start with Bo. Hello, Bo.
Yo.
Oh my God. Well, howdy,
What's that
Bo.
for short? Hey, fellas. This is gonna suck, isn't it? Pretty much
I mean, there's no
sure it's gonna
Claudia,
suck.
so
Woohoo! Yay.
that's one promise I'll make. But that
Oh,
doesn't
oh,
mean that
oh,
anything
yeah.
else on the wheel is going to be better than Claudia.
I would say almost anything except for, Angela Riley. It'd be better than her, yeah.
That's true. Well, let's head on over to Jenny Morgan.
Good evening.
Hello.
Good
Hello.
morning.
How are you today?
I'm fine. Sorry I haven't been here for a couple of weeks, but apparently last week didn't matter that I was here.
You were
It was
here,
really-
but we were not. It was very
Well, you
upsetting.
cancel it on your account.
It really was kind of annoying because my lawyer went through all these gyrations with the court to get me out of prison for the night, and then I had to go back early.
Darn.
And I got to go back again tonight after the show, so it's like really disappointing.
It is. I do apologize. We'll
What did
make sure
you
that we get
do?
you out of here, on time to make it back.
Couldn't you telecommute for the prison? I mean, everybody's
Yeah.
staying home now. And
No, they have really terrible Wi-Fi.
Gotcha.
And Tornado, if I told you, they'd have to arrest you too.
Yeah, they're
Well,
still using hi-fi Wi-Fi.
that's true. Oh, geez. Well, thank you for coming tonight, Jenny. We also
I
have
haven't
Chris.
come yet. I'm barely even excited.
We also have Chris Kelling with us tonight. Hello, Chris.
hey, good night, or good morning, or
Evening.
yeah, whatever. Geez.
Whatever time zone you're in.
Howdy.
Anyway, so I got a little addition tonight. Got
You got a dinger.
my drink
The
call.
bell.
So,
You have a loud
Ow.
dinger.
So you're working on the either the sea captain or the Santa Claus vibe.
I don't know. I was cleaning the counter at the museum because we've been without power for the past 3 days.
Oh, yikes.
Good lord.
And we just got power this evening, enough that I
Just
got
in
the
time.
computers up and running for the stream. And I found this bell, and I was like, hey, that would be neat for tonight. So see what happens.
Every time you hear some stupid, you could ring the bell and drive us nuts because
Exactly.
it's 100% stupid.
Yeah. All right.
This guy's on fire, man.
Always.
Is that a big dick I hear?
It
Oh,
is a
yeah.
big dick. We do have a big dick in the house. Hello, Dick Dawson.
Be a big
Hey, how you doing? Look, I want to say Jenny, Chris, or Tornado, Mumnado, you know. It's great to be back on the stream with you guys. Sean and Jessica, you know how much I appreciate you guys. And RJ, you're a fucking animal, man. Bo, we haven't shared a screen in a while. That's really cool and whatnot. And PhD Tony and I, we thought we'd play a game tonight. So he'll say something smart and I'll say something ridiculous, and then we're gonna tie it together and fuck with you all.
How is
the
that any
game.
different than
So,
normal?
You know, welcome to it.
Isn't that what usually happens? You say something ridiculous. Anthony says,
Yes.
you know, PhD
Yeah,
Tony
I
says
just-
something silly.
But I need my partner, so I'm gonna, you know, yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
it's best to play with your partner.
Fine part.
Yeah.
Wink.
You got remarried?
And Bull's probably thinking, well, why didn't I get a shout out or a tatty? Well, that's because I hang out with you guys every day. So really, I'm kind of sick of saying your fucking names. All right.
Exactly.
Because you're so exhausted.
Well, we're glad to have you here with us tonight, Dick. We also do have RJ with us tonight. Hello, RJ.
Hello, I just put the camera on briefly to show that I am not a digital simulation because who the hell would ever
Hi,
digitally
RJ.
simulate this?
I'm still not convinced,
I-
RJ.
You're right there, by the way, RG. You're
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
Why is he down there?
What are you pointing at? What the hell?
I love this guy. He's awesome.
RJ's the best.
I
Well,
am the standard for annoying pricks.
we
By the
love
way, you
having
know-
you here with us,
Oh,
RJ.
I'm not so sure. We're gonna have to do this live.
Oh,
one-on-one
bring
and
it
see.
on.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, don't you mean you are codswallop annoyers?
Oh, yes, absolutely, yes, professional.
Codswallop annoyer.
And I'm a pusillanimous quidnunk. Try that one on for size.
Oh man,
No,
that
I'm on rehab with that one. It's accessory.
Bo, that was amazing. Oh, you're a superstar.
Hey, I'm a Viking. Deal with it.
It's true. All right. So we also have with us tonight a Bool. So let's say hello to Bool. Hello, Bool.
Hello to Bull.
Hello,
Hey, Paul.
everybody. Hey, I haven't been on a stream with Bo in a long time myself, so it's good to see you, bud.
Absolutely. Well, we're glad to have you here with us
aw.
tonight, Bool.
So you're going to do some Boolean algebra for us tonight?
No, I'm going to smoke some weed. That's what I'm doing.
Oh,
I
well, that's
mean,
kind of close to Boolean
Alienating?
algebra.
What?
He's gonna shill out just like a shill should.
Hey, that's what we do.
Hey, who is getting a shill check? I haven't.
Hey,
They're
all
in the
mine have
mail.
Bounced so far.
You weren't supposed to cash those.
Where's my Charles Lyell geology uniformitarianism shill check yet? I haven't gotten any.
Stephen? Yeah, talk to Stephen Bauman about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We also
They're all
have
on
with us
deposit at
tonight.
Barclays Bank in London.
Let's head on over to TD Lane. Hello, TD.
Hi. As a note to Bo, I have 2 words: Kent Hovend.
Why did you say those 2 words?
You say it 3 times,
just
he
for relation to
materializes
your-
in the room.
I mean,
Just
are
a
you
few- just-
trying to kill me or something? Oh.
If you remember your introduction here.
Well, thank you for coming again tonight, TD. We had a nice
Yes,
time watching you over on the Silly Shill Show.
That's easy for you to say.
Sure,
I
if
had a
you
fun
say
time
so.
being there. They're great.
It was awesome. Yeah, I'm definitely glad that they asked you to come on this weekend. We also have with us tonight Mom Nato. Hello, Mom Nato.
Hi guys, how's everybody doing today? I'm a little hoarse, so time.
That's called a pony.
Don't give us a setup line like that, Momnado.
How are you doing, Momnado? Nice to hear you again.
You're a little horse. Well, I'm 6'1", so I don't think I'll take that ride today. Oh,
Damn it! I'm only just over 6. Damn it, asshole.
Yes, I'm only 5'3", so yes, I'm always a little horse.
Yeah.
You are a teeny weeny mini. Nah, I'm not gonna name that one.
Oh my
Sorry.
goodness. Well, we're glad you're here with us again tonight, Momnado, and we're sorry that you don't feel so hot. We also have Tornado with us tonight.
Hello, your
Howdy.
angriest debunker, so named by the shills, coming at you once again with the love sounds of science, stupid, and sheer unadulterated
That's my
rage.
old friend.
Well, we're glad to have you here with us again, Tornado.
Don't get an aneurysm tonight. Tornado.
Yes.
Reminds me somebody I have to go out and buy duct tape.
Yeah, well, when we had Tornado on the shills the last time, we had an oxygen feed over to his station, and we had incense burning and whatnot. We were like, chill, dude, chill. Just say what you gotta say, man. We had the spirit of like 2 or 3 different 60s rock and rollers who did not make it, totally doing the whole hippie thing. Yeah, it didn't work.
No, that would never work on him.
Yeah, well, if one thing, Tornado can always read himself out as a paint shaker because he has all the energy.
That's true. That's
Rat myself
that is
out
very
as a
true.
what now?
a paint shaker. Mm-hmm.
It's a machine that shakes paint cans.
Yeah.
To stir them up.
Can't be short
and
of
mix the
girlfriends then.
colors.
Oh, no, I wouldn't be
And if you try to work the Cobra simultaneously, you can get a hernia.
Jeez. Anyway, with
Hernias
that,
aren't fun.
So would that be a shake weight?
we're
something
gonna
like that.
we're gonna go on to
Real
our
creamy.
next
Yeah, you know
intro.
what? Jessica was taking the reins of that one right now.
Anyway, moving on. Let's go on over to PhD Tony. What's up, PhD Tony? We're glad to have you here. If I could
Good.
speak.
I'm glad of that because actually I was dragged on by Dick Dawson.
You dick.
Anything I do, he is legally responsible for.
Gotcha. All right, good to know. I'll make sure to mail him the
We're
the
going to hold you
papers.
to that PhD there. You're going to have to discourse
Yeah.
diligently.
Always nice. Yeah, it's always nice to know who we need to send the doctors and the hospital bill to.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a good thing.
Always good to know who's who's the responsible
that's
party.
Just ridiculous. Hey, I have universal. Oh, wait a minute. Never mind. I don't have to pay for that stuff. Any
geez.
Canadians out there too? Oh, well.
Yeah, one right here. And I'm telling Tony right now that I am not footing the bill, baby.
Well, we also have with us tonight.
Healthcare, America, get used to it. That's,
we also have with us tonight, I believe, Tatty Bogle is here.
Good after evening. Hello.
Well, hello, Tatty.
Hello.
Oh, it's nice to be on here, man. First time caller, but I just like to make a few points out here. No, it's good to be on, man. Yeah, it was interesting to hear that Tony was dragged here by the dick. That's quite an admission straight off. But other than that,
yeah,
it's all right. Other than that, it's all right, Jack. You don't need to shout me out because I know you're sick of screaming my name anyway, mate.
For you Americans, tough luck if you do not understand that. He's speaking proper English.
I swear to God, if there wasn't a pond between us, I would kick the living crap out of you.
Was there a little layer of Welsh on there?
I can understand the dialect, so should you Americans.
It's all.
I kept expecting him to come up and say, there's really no dark side of the moon. Matter of fact, it's all dark.
Oh, man.
Yeah, no, between Chatty and I, he can play all he wants. We are absolute family. Love you, brother.
All right. Well, last but not least, we have Sean Hufford with us tonight.
What Well, I think I am the least. You always get to me last.
I get to you last because you're in the next room.
Well, see, I don't know where I should be, but last is where I'm always at.
Oh my goodness.
That's because you're the most
You
important.
save the best for last. That's how it works.
Yeah, but
because she
dude,
likes dick
you
so much.
sound so fucking good when you talk into that mic. Just take the spot, known
Yeah.
it, baby.
Between the hair and the moistness, we just have to defer to you, kid.
I know why she puts me last. It's just because she likes the dick so much.
Yeah.
Welcome to
you
the show,
know.
Dick.
Too much. Yeah, and last week, too much, apparently.
Yeah, that hand injury, you know.
Easy.
Boom, chicka, boom, boom.
Anyway, we finally, I think,
Warning
made
to
it
all
through.
the underage people listening to the
Yeah.
video at this moment, you're out of luck.
I think we made it through our
Listening to
intros.
the video. What are you still doing up?
Yeah. Late.
So, Sean, you guys are doing some real calculative, beautiful shots and images and stuff, and it's really covering both sides of the coin. You must feel like you're a hands-on guy. This is your realm, right? This is cool.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's kind of why I got into the whole YouTube thing is because I like to test people's claims of bullshit. So here I am.
Now, I've got a question.
Exactly.
Have you
You're
ever
a
been arrested?
telescopy person. Did you get some good shots of the comet?
No, I actually missed all that, and that sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't get any view of it all because there's too many damn street lights, and I got a church and neighbors in that have like
Damn neighbors.
mega floodlights that are designed to discourage rampaging wildebeests.
Well, you should have come up to
Wildebeest.
Windsor, Connecticut past couple of days because we had absolutely no light whatsoever.
Oh, marvelous!
Oh, nice.
So you could see like the sky thing, right?
I could see the Milky Way.
Well,
Milky Way?
Milky Way, yes.
Milky Way, yeah, Milky
That's
Way, yeah,
the
Milky
that's
Way.
a slightly less known brother of the Milky Way. So
Yeah, most
I
people.
think that-
Again, I
that's-
have to advertise that even though I have street lights right next to me, when I step outside, I can still see the Milky Way.
Yeah, but that was the Budweiser pronunciation, right? You have to-
How
Well,
close
at
is
least you
that to
didn't talk about beer, so fair enough.
Yeah,
well, actually,
I'm going
if
to
I pay
step in as a.
$1.25 at the CVS, I can see a Milky Way too. So
That's true too. As a professional science, it's always humbling to be talking about something in abstract terms, trying to explain some abstract geometrical, 3D geometrical concept, and then to have Sean say, "Actually, I've got a video of that," and just going, "Well, why am I, belaboring somebody with 3D visualization when Sean's already gone out and actually not just visualized what I'm talking about, but
Speaking of Tony,
filmed it?" Yeah.
speaking of
Go
Tony,
off.
Doctor,
Yeah.
you guys were kind of ragging on Spurs and talking about temperature versus pressure, and I
Yeah,
got a video
then-
on that Spurs has actually seen.
Yeah, they're not independent variables, right?
Well, no, Spurs keeps making the claim that it's not pressure, it's actually temperature. So the colder it is, the lower the pressure is. But I've got a video directly disputing that because of Spurs' claim. Well, I did it for JM
Right.
Truth, but then I debated Spurs, and he brought that up. I was like, oh, I got a video for that.
Yeah,
But then again,
That's right.
Spurs is a pole, so
this is
Yeah.
the law of my life. Everything I talk about, I understand in theoretical terms, and then Sean has come out and created a video that actually discusses this in detail. But his argument about pressure, in a hydrostatically ordered atmosphere, pressure and temperature are not independent variables. They're both functions of altitude.
Right.
So there's only the one variable, and you can demonstrate that pressure isn't the same everywhere because you can look at the boiling point of water.
Well,
Boiling
I
point of
love
water
that. I love that
decreases.
example. But I actually made it much more simply.
Yep.
I took my iPad, put it on the first floor of the apartment, and recorded me walking up the stairs with it where it was 10 degrees hotter, and watched the pressure drop.
Yeah.
Why, you damned empiricist, you.
Well, gentlemen, I love your conversation,
when you
but
did that,
this
Sean,
is definitely
were you
not
wearing
the
a tutu
this is
or
not the show for science.
I will
Sorry,
honestly
sorry.
answer that. I was wearing nothing. I was at home. goddammit.
I hope there's no reflection. Anyway,
now here, I want to point something out, people. Sean
Yes.
was wearing nothing during this experiment. That means that he had better things to do, and yet he stepped up and made the measurement. Come on!
And I would suggest that the
anyway,
temperature actually stayed pretty damn hot around you all.
And
though.
we have to move on here, by the way.
Dick,
Jenny's had her
is the
hand up
correct
for
number.
a while there too.
Yes.
Well, of course, it's the
All right,
correct number.
we're gonna
It's
move
my
on.
age.
Hello, hi. We're gonna move on. We're gonna go over to
Hello.
Jenny real
You
quick, who has her hand
Hello.
up.
Hello.
Jenny has her hand up. Yeah.
Hello.
I would like to file a formal protest of science being promoted on this show tonight
Yes.
without any previous warnings.
This is not a
That's true.
science show, and we didn't warn everybody, so that's not fair.
Science.
Yeah, but see, I'm a big fan of I'm a big fan of the surprise science. So bam!
Yeah, warning, science
Surprise.
might occur accidentally during this show.
Well, also, we had a steaming cup of reason join us, so hello.
Good morning, silly moviegoers. How are you all?
Good, and we can hear you this time.
Awesome. But
we're glad to
hey,
have
is
you here
that
with us.
Dick I see over.
Oh, that's a dick,
Oh,
all
yeah,
right.
yeah, it's poking out of my fucking pants, baby.
Oh my god.
Who let that rabble in here?
Oh dear.
Uh-huh. All right. Well, anyway, we have to get to our wheel because we've been live for about 20 minutes and we still haven't even gotten to our
Actually
wheel.
gonna be show. Okay.
Indeed. I mean, I know this is fun as well, but we should probably get to the to our wheel.
Yeah, welcome
so-
to my world.
So we have a small wheel tonight. We don't have any new videos on the wheel. They're still our old
Hey.
recycled videos. We'll have to get some new ones for next week to put on there and make it a big wheel again.
Don't be shaming the size of the wheel. It's not the size, it's the way you use it.
Well, we
Or
have
so I
tonight on the wheel.
Keeps on turning.
We have
That's what
wanna
all
make
those
it-
little guys say.
we have on the
Hey,
wheel.
Really big.
We have on the wheel uncool trees, vibration, crystals, and monsters. So our movies tonight are Hidden Powers of Frequency and Vibration, Super Simple Guide to Crystals, Beginners Part 1, The Angelic Initiative, Episode 710, Cool and Uncool Trees, and Monsters MGTOW. We did have a, we also did have a, yes, we did have a super chat, $2 from Glober Mom, who says, stupid, 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 stupid. Yes, I think that means bring on the stupid. So thank you for that, Glober Mom.
Can I do a little intro here?
Shut up.
Can I? Yeah, but hold on, I got one. It's
All right.
crystals and vibrations and monsters. Oh my!
Oh my god! Don't forget the cool and uncool trees, Dick.
Oh,
you don't want them to feel left out.
I bet I was hanging out with the uncool trees.
Probably. That would be my luck.
I am an uncool tree. I'm a
pine for it,
knot, not an ant. I'm a knot.
Oh, jeez. All right, well, Tornado, let's take it away, shall we?
Wheel of misfortune, turn, turn, turn. Show us the stupid that we should burn. Spin it.
Don't forget, this is a longer wheel.
Oh, dizzy, dizzy, dizzy.
We will, of course,
All right, it is crystals.
Crystals.
So we have our super simple guide to crystals, beginners part 1. However, this might have been the
Yay.
slightly quiet video, so we're going to see if we can hear it. Hopefully we can, and if not,
How
then,
long is this
we
magnificence?
We're not doing the vibrations one?
No,
Everybody
it's
I'll
crystals.
put this away.
Oh, jeez. Jenny.
Oh, you savage.
You have a bomb.
Hey, was that purple?
How
It is
long
not
is this
Riley.
extraordinary video?
This video is a long one tonight. This is a 22-minute video.
Okay, pack your
Loud.
tents, kids. We're gonna be in it for the long haul.
We
Yeah.
got a big
Jess?
panel. We got a
Yes.
long video. Oof.
Yes, would you like to borrow the gong?
We'll have to see how this
Did you
goes.
say
That'll have to
gong
do.
or dong?
Or
Gong.
It works both ways.
Yes,
Oh,
it
okay,
does.
Ooh,
Chris, that
really?
was your cue for
Gong,
ding-a-ling.
crystals, man, something like that.
I
Alright.
don't have a gong. I'm sorry. It's
You have a
Uh-oh.
ding-a-ling. So
yes,
ding-a-ling it.
it's just a tiny little dingling.
Well,
That's my
It's
And
not
you
the
got a
size
bell.
of your dingling.
then you and
It's how
Dick are
you
kind of
use
like
it.
brothers.
Jen.
It's
Well,
not the size of signaling that
you
counts.
shouldn't have shown me on that live broadcast then.
All right, here we go.
No,
I got
that
the
was
video
Beaver.
up. All right, I think we're good. Let's see what we got. All right, I think we should be good. I'm not sure how the volume will sound,
we haven't been good in years.
Well,
what are you talking about?
good is a relative term. All right.
To see brave Sir Robin appearing out of that glade.
Dark Tales.
All right. Well, shall we get started then?
Yeah, I bet we should.
Get along, little doggy.
Yeah. All right, here we go, guys.
Other random.
Drink.
We haven't even gotten
what
through
the-
words.
She hasn't said anything.
That little spiraling seashell thing is not a crystal.
Thanks.
Nor is that fucking thing hanging off her head hair.
And yes, TD Lane, you put your hand down, right?
Well, this is the latest look in macrame Rastafarian.
Well, let's see if we can get through some words
They
here.
look like dreads, though.
No, that's not dreads. That's like
I think
shag
it's
carpet.
braided.
Yeah.
Rag rug.
Yeah, up in Canada, we have a word for that. It's called a mop.
Yeah.
Well, that's true. All right. Well, let's continue on.
And not her head.
I kind of like them.
What the
I couldn't give a shit.
Drink?
Yes,
Did she
Chris?
just call drink on us?
I
I'll
think she
drink
was
to
talking
that.
about
She said,
herself.
Drink and cough. or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, she said she's had the flu, so she has to take a few minutes every once in a while to drink and cough.
Which is funny because this is a pre-recorded video. It wasn't live, so she wouldn't have to put those in at all. But okay.
I thought it was supposed to be rinse and spit.
Yeah.
I would like to file a protest right now because I know Jess, and I thought, like, what are you doing to me here?
This is your punishment.
No, but we go through the depths of the rabbit hole on the shills. And for the love of God, I didn't think I was gonna go
Yes,
lower.
TD Lane.
Seriously?
Chat can't hear the
You
video.
don't know us very well.
Uh-oh. Chat can't hear the video.
Chat can't hear the video.
Start
Well,
over.
No. We didn't miss anything except her coughing.
No shit. Why would we start that over? That's just a fucking pretty pose.
Yeah,
We're
right?
not. No.
All right. Let me see if I can figure out how to fix it on the fly here real quick.
Okay, I got my little hand up too.
Well, give me a sec, RJ. Well, you can do that while I'm doing this. Okay, RJ.
Yeah, I've just now been able to deduce that since she has the flu and knows crystals, we may deduce from this that all of her knowledge of crystals does diddly squat to prevent the flu.
Exactly.
Okay.
Then again, I'm hoping this will just be a geology video where you can find.
Yeah, I don't think so.
No, I don't think we're getting Colton on this one.
No.
Please let this just be. Oh, and here's where you find this particular rock, and
No, it's gonna be more like amethyst crystals are used for healing. And rose crystals, quartz.
I
is
think you
used
might be
for
right, but
gathering
I
energy.
hope to God that you're wrong.
I'm wondering
Sorry.
why it wouldn't be coming through if I have it through the same thing as my mic.
Maybe they
But then
just
again,
couldn't
that would
hear
be
her.
too easy to. That would be too easy. We could just sit back and watch.
See, Tornado, this is why you cannot set up a stream in 2 minutes.
What?
right.
Yeah.
Good Connie.
Ain't that
Okay, as somebody who went to audio engineering school back in the late 80s and then toured in bands all through the late 80s and through the 90s and stuff, wow, that is one of the funniest things I've ever heard in my life.
Let me
Thank you
see.
so much.
If I put it on this.
Well, you should have seen the Twitter conversation going on last week when Jess was saying she couldn't do or didn't want to do movie night tonight.
Oh yeah.
Terrell, I'll do it. I'll do it. And it's like, no, you can't set it up in just 2 minutes. Yeah,
all right.
Yeah,
let's,
but Jessica has a few friends over on the iNetwork that really could set it up in 15
That's
minutes.
true.
Doesn't she?
That's very true.
Anyhow.
All right, let's see if this works. Let's see if the audience can hear it now, and see if you guys can hear it now. I mean, I guess that's sort of important.
Racket, baby. Let's
Here
go.
we go.
Crystal shapes, where you can buy crystals.
Oh, I
just
hear
some
her
really
punk
easy
ass
sit
now.
down, one-on-one friend crystal chat. There are a lot of different ideas of why crystals work. I've kind of combined all of the reasons or all the science behind why crystals work into one reason for using them for myself. For me, it's just the fact that everything is energy, everything is moving, everything is made of tiny little atoms that are just buzzing and, you know, keeping themselves alive by shimmying all the time. So everything's made out of energy. So when something enters your energy
She has a
field,
jiggle
it changes
cam.
the way your energy field is.
Yes, Jen?
She's full of shit. Crystals don't do squat. Okay,
Yeah.
proceed.
I mean, that was yeah, appropriate and
Next video.
Good brevity. TD Lane.
To make a note where she's talking about energy and stuff, crystals, the atoms in crystals and the molecules are arranged in certain structures, which is what makes them crystals, and they're not terribly high energy. I mean, if you want energy, you might as well just have a light bulb sitting around in your room, constantly on.
Piezoelectric crystal.
I got one for this. Sean, I've always wondered this one. I'm sure you're gonna dig this too. If a crystal can be charged by moonlight in your window, then why does sunlight not work faster? Because it's not reflected. It's just the direct source. Right?
Oh,
Because the moon is its own light source.
He's thinking, you son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Your mom named you appropriately.
I think it was just his friends, to be honest.
Yeah, crystal geometry is just a macroscopic expression of, as Lane was going for, it's just a macroscopic expression of the way the molecules tend to order themselves. It's really just a property of the minerals, and it doesn't have anything to do with you.
Well,
what did I say about this science crap?
Science alert.
But when you're gonna work things around how you order yourself, shouldn't you start with the burger and then go to the fries and then go to the drink?
I guess that's true. Yeah.
But if quantum theory is to be believed, everything vibrates all the time. So what the fuck is she talking about?
We also have Tornado with the hand up.
Yeah.
Oops, did I just say some science? I'm sorry.
Because
hey, watch out.
There
Watch
are
out.
some crystals do things. You have piezoelectric crystals, which are obviously useful in electric components because as they get pressure applied to them or are subjected to stresses, they produce electricity.
Yeah. This ain't the 60s. We all know what that is now.
Crystals can also be used, and I'm attesting this from my own experience here, as a strike-on crystal match. As in, I would take two crystals and I would rub them against each other and watch as little sparks flew.
Yep.
At
So
first,
you've gone from punching cobras to rubbing your crystals together.
I think that causes a lot of friction, doesn't that hurt?
Isn't that the reverse order? Shouldn't you start with the crystals and then to the...
That's true.
Well, just be careful when you're rubbing your crystals together because that could lead to testicular torsion.
Oh, jeez. Well, we also have RJ with the hand up.
Yeah, I'm trying to get all of this straight and putting it into perspective. Now, so when a mommy ion loves a daddy ion really a lot, and then they go out onto their little ionic Romeo and Juliet balcony during the moonlight, they
Hold on,
become
you don't have to
lunatics.
go that simple. What you have to remember is if the one on the left hurts more than the one on the right, one of them is biting, and you really have to check in with your superior.
Yeah, so do we have a proper list of Crystal's safe words for the various rock formations here?
We
Well, sure,
also
Gladys.
we also had a super
There's-
chat, a £2 super chat. Sure, we'll go with that. I don't think that's euros. I think that's pounds.
Nope,
I don't
that's
know.
pounds.
Hey, look at that.
$1.80 or something like that. around these
I got
days.
one right.
That's pretty heavy.
Arnold Lane says, "I want to send this mote of dust to Sai's memory." Well, thank you for that, Arnold Lane. Indeed.
Nice shout, Arnold.
Yeah. And Jackson Weed and I named the Rocks Were There Volume 1 in honor of Sai.
Awesome. Yeah, that was super awesome to see. And I think we also had more hands up. Just Tornado with the hand up. Are you still?
Sorry.
His free hand.
Yeah. It's only one hand. I don't know what happened to the other one.
Yeah, we don't want to know.
Easy.
All right.
He's making some ice cubes.
Yeah.
Shall
Does it involve
we,
crystals, though?
Shall we continue
Tornado
on
gets
then?
hot though, man. When somebody says something stupid, that guy gets pissed off.
Well, because he has this low threshold for fucking idiot.
Yeah, well, exactly. That's why we had him on the show, and he went crazy. It was awesome.
Stop fucking him then.
All right. Well, let's continue on here, guys.
Yeah, we're gonna get to the science, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Is reacting. You see someone that you are really attracted to, so you have a little bit of feelings for somebody, and the closer they get to you, the more your body reacts to them.
Mommy and daddy ions, okay.
Warm and fuzzy or bumpy, I don't know. Your body reacts to the proximity in which this person that you have feelings for is near you.
Drink.
Yes, Mom NATO.
What the fuck does this have to do with crystals?
Nothing.
Is she starting to run a dating show now?
Doesn't even have anything to do with MHC molecules.
I can answer the question. Nothing. Nothing at all. Nothing whatsoever. It's irrelevant.
I think what she's going to suggest is that the crystals can supply the vibrations you actually get from the person you're keen on.
Okay. I want some.
The crystals become really good vibrators, right?
Apparently
Can
not.
I give one here?
Sure.
Mom NATO, I'm not sure, but I definitely think I heard a cry for help, and we both know where that's coming from.
Yeah. Okay.
I do have to mention that we did get another super chat, $4.99 from Jenny Morgan. I don't know who that person is, but
I don't know either.
she says I've really missed you guys. Okay, sorry, I'm lying. Y'all suck. Leave me alone. Dick Dawson should be arrested soon. That professor guy too. so thank you for that.
Hey, tell us
Jenny.
what you really think, Jenny.
I'm glad you got all of your characters in. That was well worth it.
That was amazing.
It's a lot more simple than that, because all she's really saying is when you get this fuzzy warm feeling about someone and you think they feel the same way, you just grab the biggest crystal you can find and twat that sucker in the back of the head.
Oh, jeez. No,
Aren't
Teddy,
there
that is not
antibiotics
what you
available
meant.
for a lot of the really warm and fuzzy feelings out there?
But
Oh,
Jessica,
dear.
I want to really thank you for inviting us on the show, because I've been trying for a long time to show that I can fake pretend to like somebody. And with Jen on the show right now, I'm doing an amazing job. It's awesome.
There's a lot of great role models here.
Oh, jeez. Anyway,
I love Jen.
we also had Tornado with the hand up, so let's go over to him.
Yeah, because apparently getting close to someone that you really like will enable you to become a fucking magnet. No. Because that's not how any of that works. Crystals do not amplify attractions to people. Crystals are little pretty things that you keep around in your house. They serve no other purpose than to look pretty.
We also had Chris Kelling with the hand up.
Yes, you know, when I want to get warm, fuzzy feelings, I usually just open a bottle of Jameson.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, now you're talking my language.
Or just an extremely agreeable tribble.
Yes, there we go.
Yeah, but do you open a tribble horizontally or vertically?
That depends, A, on what hemisphere you're in, B, whether or not it's October,
Oh,
C, what the declination is of your surfboard.
Oh my God, that was the best answer. I couldn't have even. That was amazing.
Leave it to RJ.
I try to be comprehensive here.
When I get
it's for safety reasons.
When I want to get warm and fuzzy, I just whip out my vibrator. But if it's fuzzy, I didn't clean it well enough.
Yes, you just put some disinfectant on it and get back in there, put in new batteries, and away you go.
I need some bleach now.
Anyway, let's move on to TD Lane.
Disclaimer: if your crystals are giving you warm, fuzzy feelings, you should see a doctor about getting screened for cancer.
Yeah, or something else.
Or somebody is not being correct about what they mean by crystals.
And Taddy, you had your hand up?
Yeah, I'm just wondering why whenever anyone talks about crystals, people always get salty.
Oh, jeez. Salted nuts. Oh, dear. All right, well, with that, we're going to move on.
You're not doing the cause of Scottish independence any good with that sort of nonsense, Teddy.
Unfortunately, we have been unsuccessful in preventing the continuation of the video.
Indeed, your delaying tactics were not satisfactory.
HIT.
Why thought we agreed that we were going to run the video even while we're talking, so it didn't take that.
Well, we're already like 2 minutes into the video.
Way out, Jenny.
Moving on.
we're already 2 minutes into it, so we're moving right along.
We're just clipping right along there.
All right, here we go, guys.
So, just saying there's a lot of other things. Like me, I will immediately get a headache if someone near me is wearing cologne or perfume. Scent
I'm
of
sure
someone's perfume.
a lot of people get headaches
entering my
being near
energy
you.
field gives me a headache. It's too strong for me.
I get a headache
My
just
nose
looking
can't
at her
deal
hair.
with it. My sinuses start freaking out, and within 5
her
minutes,
hair
I
is
will have
are the same colors as
What is the relevancy
so
here?
we are forever being changed and affected by things entering our energy field. Anything that comes into your energy field is affected.
Well, I think I heard Tornado first on that one, so we'll go over to him.
Things entering your energy field.
Oh, fuck. Go, buddy, go.
Okay, that's it. This woman has officially started tweaking the EF1 meter on my tornado rating scale. Because this woman has claimed that things entering your energy field are what cause physiological changes to your body. No, what causes physiological changes to your body are the following. Pathogens. Mutations in your cells due to ionizing radiation, knocking out atoms in your DNA molecules, or ionizing your DNA molecule atoms so that you get cancer, or things that you eat, ingest, or inject.
I'm going to disagree, Tornado.
I am too.
If I enter you violently and repeatedly enough, I'm going to change your physiology.
Fucking Christ, Tony! Oh my God, that was the best thing I've ever heard.
Have you ever heard of blunt force trauma?
Oh my God. Well, let's grab this super chat now that we went through that one.
I'm fucking dying over here, man.
Oh man, we did have a super chat, a $45 super chat from Morton Nielsen, who says, I like his super chat. He says, could we mute her again and have RJ lip sync instead?
Please, yes, I would prefer that.
Oh my God.
Jeez.
Okay, I want to put forward that, never mind Defoe, right? We want to have the funniest debunker of the year, and I put PhD Tony on the top of the list right fucking now. I dare you to beat that, sons of bitches. That was the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life.
I think if we put him and RJ at the top, there would be some a heated race for first place on that one.
Are you kidding
I
me?
don't know if it's
Those
ethical.
two.
I don't know
These
if it's
two
ethical to let
guys
Dick,
need to do a show right now.
What?
I don't know if it's ethical to let Dick nominate his his partner.
That's true. Oh, jeez. Well, we also had.
You can be certain that I have
You got it
deeply
wrong.
affected Dick's energy field.
Yeah.
Jenny, you said it wrong. You
Oh.
said it wrong. It would be a bad thing for Dick to elect his member.
Yeah.
I was trying to cross the street and I found a quarter, and Tony was right there to make sure everything was okay.
Oh my god. Anyway, let's go over to TD Lane.
Yeah, as Tornado was saying, I'm going to give the other side of that and say it certainly is an energy field. In fact, the cologne one I can sum up as cologne smells really fucking bad, and some people have bad reactions to it.
Mm-hmm.
Other people don't and think it's good smelling. It could just be that senses differ between people.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Oh my god.
That's what
Shocking.
it is.
That's weird.
It's
And
emotions and
let's not-
sensory input, not energy fields interacting.
And let's not forget spontaneous human combustion.
I know I never do.
Oh, that happens quite often here in California. More so in Arizona, but often here.
Did she say spontaneous human substroken or combustion? I'm just not sure what I heard there.
Oh, jeez. I'm not sure
Well,
either.
I don't think anyone's really going to be worried about your stroking reaching combustion levels, but let's just let that slide.
We also did have another super chat I want to grab real quick. We had another super chat from Morton Nielsen for $45 who says, PhD Tony and RJ in an evolution debate. RJ taking the creationist side. Yes, I would watch that. Yeah.
I'd blow a gasket on hypocrisy, though.
Yeah,
That's true.
I think I know how that would go down. All right, RJ, present your evidence for creationism.
Yeah.
Blow a gasket and you don't know how that would go down. Is no one going to pick up on these? Please, come on.
Sorry,
at this
Patty.
point, what you would have to say is, I feel sorry for the prisoners, but RJ was pissed off that day. There's nothing we can do about it, but we're
Exactly.
gonna move on.
Exactly. Oh, jeez. All
Someone just
right.
slipped
Well, we
in.
also have RJ with the hand up.
Yeah, I just wanted to say how much I admire the great deal that she got when Pier 1 had the clearance sale on the throw pillows.
Oh,
She has
dear.
done pretty well, hasn't she?
Fuck!
Well, I don't know that fucking shag mop behind her is kind of weird.
Yeah.
Knitted a jumper out of that.
No, I'm
Gets her
sorry.
hair
Are you
from-
talking- Hold on, are you
I thought
talking
that
the
was a
shag
fucking
mop
red
behind her or
cheekbone.
the shag mop that she's wearing?
I said
If there
behind
was
her.
ever somebody who swings their nutsack with 4 fucking rocks in it, it's
Oh, my
RJ.
Hang on.
Shag mop.
Well, shall we continue on?
Threats, eh?
Let's.
We only made it
was
about 10
amazing.
seconds on that one, so let's see if we can get a little further.
Okay, well, I'll make
Okay,
that.
I'll
waiting
shut
for the
up now. I
science.
promise.
Here we go.
So, same way anything else is doing it, a crystal is doing it as well. And crystals form a very specific way, just like a human body. So, your human body is a machine that uses many different elements to keep it alive, to keep it working. A crystal does the same thing. For it to grow the way that it does, it uses a certain amount of energy. Once the energy from this crystal gets close to the energy from your body, it into sort of...
Oh, dear. Well, we had Tornado with the call on that one, so we'll go over to Tornado first.
I would actually like to hear the end of that sentence before I pass judgment.
Crystals do
So
Oh,
you
I'm gonna pass
prematurely-
something, that's
you
for sure.
prematurely drank. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm going to say it right now. Crystals do not have energy fields at all. Crystals are structures. They are most often minerals, but crystal is an adjective for a type of structure. Now, while there are some crystals that can give off electricity due to being stressed, well, not all crystals do this. In fact, most crystals don't. So, lady, you're wrong.
So why is it that I get castigated for bringing up science, but other people can get away with it? Right? What's the... There are
saw your
toxic
voice is
levels
going
of hypocrisy going on here. Like,
Well, you know what it is. You're not a regular on this show. That's
okay, so
you're an irregular.
You're trained for science. For tornado.
We need to get you more
it
fiber.
just boils over. You can't help it.
right,
Tony.
okay.
Occasionally something, right?
Tony, see if you've just been castigated. Does that now make you a eunuch?
No, he didn't say castrated.
And besides tornado, you are wrong. Crystals can grossly affect the human body.
Yes.
Especially when shoved in
Depends
the
on
wrong
how you
orifice.
use them. Yeah.
Let's just mention
sugar.
sodium chloride.
Sugar comes in
chloride.
crystalline form.
Sodium chloride will kill you.
I didn't say that. I said crystals don't have energy fields.
Oh. Well, we did have Chris Kelling with the hand up.
Okay, a couple things. First of all, I think having her shaking it around is making it angry. I mean, I've never actually seen a crystal want to get away from something so bad. It just seems like, it's about ready to jump out of her hand or something. I don't know. But the other thing, Tornado, one thing that you are forgetting is crystals are used with capacitors and resistors and inductors to create filters, which shape how the radio signal goes through the radio. So there
Got
is
you there. Yeah.
energy involved with that. It doesn't necessarily radiate energy, but it does absorb it at a certain frequency. You can modify that frequency using the various electronic components.
Crystal wireless.
Not even mentioning the FETs, JFETs, BJTs as well. I mean, it's, yeah.
And let's not forget crystal meth.
Wash your mouth out, Bo, with such profanity.
Yeah.
That will certainly change your physiology.
Yes.
There's.
Super chat.
Cool.
Indeed.
Okay, I will let you deal with the super chat.
Let's see.
Oh no, never mind.
No, no super chat. We're good.
I'm tired. I'm sick.
But yeah, I mean, it was mentioned earlier that crystals are actually quite pretty, right? And they're very decorative, and so people using them to decorate their house, that's fine. You don't really need this sort of crap about how they're going to interact with your personal energy or whatever to make them any better a decoration. She's trying to add value to a product that she's selling. It's fairly cynical.
Welcome to the channel.
What? Somebody would
Go ahead.
lie for money?
Well, some people are con artists. Can't help it.
TD, you had your hand up?
Fuckward word.
Yeah, a few things.
Yes.
Science alert. Crystals are not living things, and thus things to stay alive.
How do you know?
Crystals.
Were you there when they were conceived?
Crystal growth is very determinate on what factors are in their environment, specifically chemical interactions.
Prove it.
Yeah, I mean, I know someone called Crystal. She's alive.
Oh, does she take fivers behind the Arby's?
Also, incoming science.
We don't have that shop here.
And she can and she can make Bo grow.
Yeah.
I have incoming science from Woden Toad 1. Sodium chloride is the chemical. Halite is the crystal structure.
There you go.
Thank you.
Fine. What she's holding in her hand is the crystal structure. It's called quartz.
Looks like quartz, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know that TD was done talking there.
Yeah, like
Dominique.
the thing is, like, one of probably the most notable, I forget the exact crystal, but there are several varieties of crystal that grow because of interactions of water and limestone. Which is why we have a bunch of caves in Mexico where there's giant crystals growing because of the interactions of limestone and water.
Yeah, so the size of the crystals is determined by the speed with which heat is lost from the system. So, in order to get small crystal structures, you need the heat to be lost slowly. How do you get
a quartz with water infusions?
Well, you start in semi-small sizes, usually quartz.
No.
Too weird.
How does a quartz crystal get produced, and how can it have water inclusions in it? What dynamic goes on that causes that?
So what happens?
Water.
So what happens is that the crystal grows sufficiently quickly that the water doesn't have the opportunity to be transported away. So the construction of the crystal structure of the quartz is fast enough that it's just building itself around the water rather than forcing the water out of the way. And this is again a factor of a rapidly cooling system. A rapidly cooling system has very large crystals in it, and slowly cooling systems actually have very small crystalline structures in them. The everyday example that you can use is actually ice cream. Expensive ice creams have very small crystals, so they're actually very dense. Cheap ice creams are cooled very quickly, so they have large crystals, so they're actually not very dense. So that's the everyday example that you can use.
I have something to ask. Would that technically mean that a crystal would be able to, well, have other things inside of it?
Yep. Yes. So rapidly forming crystalline structures will just form around other stuff. Now there is a limit to the size of the stuff that can be there, and the crystal can still form the overall crystalline structures.
That's a fascinating thing, which science alert, zircons are one of those things. And we can use them for radiometric dating because they trap stuff.
Yep, that's right. And in fact, a lot of zircons form around other zircons that are older, and so you can actually sort of date different regions in the zircon if you've got a precise enough.
You can make pretty earrings out of them too.
I'm gonna interject here. We did have a super chat, and then we have a couple of hands up, and then we do have to get back to our video because it's long.
Sorry.
Damn it. Hey, nobody said this is going to be an easy job, Jess.
Well, we had a $2 super chat from Cajun Crustacean who said, "What about dilithium crystals? They move starships."
Ooh, yeah.
They don't move the starship,
Jess, you
just
failed
focus the energy.
massively.
I always fail, Bo.
You failed. Dilithium crystals.
Well,
are you not a Star Trek fan? Come
no.
on.
You almost said Star Wars there. I heard it.
The dilithium crystals.
Yeah, I know. I thankfully I caught myself.
I am neither.
Ooh. Okay, neither. Okay, that's tentatively acceptable, I guess.
Oh, okay. Well, we had TD Lane with the hand up still.
Yeah, my final little jab is this is on the same intellectual level as Electric Universe, where it's just complete dog shit. There's nothing
us
for
or
this.
her?
This crystal energy stuff.
Oh.
I only just recently heard of that.
Wrong
But,
forum.
yeah, I only just recently heard about that, and only very briefly, Sean. But
yeah,
but
Electric Universe, it's bad.
Yeah,
really bad. And this is on the same level of it.
And based on absolutely nothing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Scientific, that is.
I don't know. Don't they try to drag magnetars and things into their Electric Universe crap?
We also had RJ with the hand up.
Yeah, I thought a suitable caption to continue the program would be at this moment. Here tonight on QVC, you can get this fabulous crystal for only $29.95, and if you order in the next 10 minutes.
Well, thank you for that, RJ, I suppose.
I have those for earrings. They're really pretty.
And
cheap.
last but not least, Chris Kelling, and then we're going to get back to our video.
Yeah,
I just wanted to, this popped into my mind when you guys were talking about growing crystals. That when they're growing crystals in space, don't they take on, I don't know if it's separate properties or different properties, but they come up with different structures than in a gravity environment? Anybody confirm or deny that?
I do not know.
Yes, well, that's certainly true, and it extends beyond crystals to other. There was recently an experiment forming a fifth state of matter called the Einstein-Bose condensate, and you can make those last a lot longer in orbit than on the ISS than you can on Earth's surface. So they last something like 1,000 times longer, like of the order of magnitude of seconds. Yeah.
Now,
So
of course, as far as my other question, which is the one I really wanted to ask, does that mean geodes, known for their small crystals, are fairly slow cooling systems?
Yeah, that's right. So in geological terms, I have been asked by that. I have been asked that question in the chat. Yeah, the smaller the crystal size, the slower the cooling process. So that means the deeper the formation of the particular crystal.
But a geode, though, is an air pocket in lava, isn't it? Or can it be another rock?
They generally form. The initial formation process is, as you say, an air pocket in a lava, but the crystal formation inside the geode is a time-dependent process. Following
exactly.
On from that.
So hasn't the cooling been done long ago?
The cooling has been done long ago, yes, but the question is whether or not it's fast or it's slow. That determines the crystal size.
All right. Well, we're gonna continue on. We're gonna go 2 minutes this time. We're not
See,
stopping.
Just before you do, very, very quickly, I'm going to say good night because it's like 6 o'clock in the morning here. And
good morning,
eyes
then.
are hanging at my... Aye. Oh, it's great fun. Oh, the sun's up and everything. It's grand, but enjoy the rest of the shipping, man.
Have a good night, Taddy. Thanks for coming by.
Have a good morning there, dude.
Good night, Taddy.
Bye-bye.
Catch you later, man.
Later.
Should be good morning, man. I mean, it's 6 a.m. for him.
It is. Just say have a good one. All right. So we're gonna make it 2 whole minutes. We're not gonna stop it. Call drink all you want. It's not stopping.
By the way.
I have not stopped it once, so I want that on record. I've been a good boy.
You have been, yes, but we'll put that challenge out to all of you. 2 whole minutes. Let's see if we can do it.
Oh boy.
A rhythm together, and they want to shimmy together. You know what I mean? So those crystals over here vibrating at this speed. You're vibrating at this speed. Once you guys kind of collide and get into the same energy field, then the crystal wants your body to vibrate with the same energy field that it's vibrating with. Like when you're dancing with someone, you're dancing apart and you're doing your thing, and then they get closer and then you start moving the way they move because your aura, because your spirit, or because you just want to, it's your personality, wants to glide along with somebody else. Another really good example of this is when someone's talking to you and they're upset. If they're yelling, if their voice starts to rise, your voice starts to rise as well because you're feeding off of their energy and you're just starting to freak out because they're freaking out. And it's not, it doesn't have anything to do with you. It's just your energy fields clashing with each other and meeting and then dancing together. You know what I'm saying? Is that a good? I'm hoping. Sometimes it's so hard to explain, but I think that's like the easiest way to explain it. So that's a simple explanation of how crystals work, why people use them. It's very similar because they want whatever energy that crystal is emitting to become a part of the energy that they are also emitting. So if you're someone who's going through a lot of crap and you're very stressed out and you want something that's going to soothe you and calm you down, then you'll find crystals that are very soothing and calming because their energy is vibrating at a very
haven't been 2 minutes.
calming frequency for you. And then bringing that frequency into your energy zone is going to assist with calming you down.
Disclaimer.
Crystals are not...
What the fuck was that?
Okay, that's close. That was 1.5 minutes. Was she fucking possessed or what?
That was scary. I don't know what the hell.
That was pathetic. You couldn't even make it 1.5 minutes?
Yeah, it was only 1.5 minutes. Oh man. Okay. Well, anyway, the first drink call I think was from Tornado, so we'll go with that one.
Yeah. You know what tends to happen when people start yelling at each other? You start getting into a fight or flight response because your body your brain basically perceives that person as a potential threat. And your stress levels start to rise. And what happens when your stress levels start to rise is you start getting louder, which causes the other person to get louder, which causes the other person to get louder, and over and over and over. It's a self-perpetuating cycle. It's not because your energy fields are clashing. It's simply chemistry. It's simply your body's natural fight or flight response at work.
Mm-hmm.
So Tornado, what's your excuse?
True.
My fight or flight response is always on fight. That's my excuse.
Uh-huh.
Well, TD, you also had a drink call there.
Yeah, this is stupid. This is very stupid. It's equating emotions with an energy field clashing, which is just stupid. Because brain chemistry, we have actual experiments going into this, some of which are not terribly ethical, but that's not the discussion here. And important note, do not try to use crystals to deal with stress. There are much better ways of dealing with stress, whatever its cause. If the cause of the stress is not getting something done, crystals are not going to fix that. Getting the thing done will fix that.
Yeah.
Especially not crystal meth. It's just not a good idea.
Just say no.
Yeah. All right. Well, let us move on. We'll go another 2 minutes, ish.
Sai, I sent a picture in Twitter DMs. You want to bring that up, perhaps?
Did you?
Just to stall.
There's no stalling here. We don't do that. Oh, jeez. Yes, you did. I see that. You did send a picture. All right, give me a second. I hate the file size that everything makes it different. You know what I mean?
No, I know.
Words and stuff and things.
Throw it on.
Oh, zip it over there.
There would be stalling
matters.
here if the film music composer for the Warner Brothers cartoons were here.
Yeah. Jeez.
I'm getting the back to work on sawing off Florida. It'll be done eventually.
Kill the rabbit. Kill the
rabbit.
Sean,
Are you
what
gonna
the
kill
fuck
the
just
rabbit?
happened, dude?
No.
I have
Kill
no
that
clue.
We've lost them.
Okay,
Kill
good.
the pigeon.
At least we're in
Kill
the
the
same boat,
pigeon.
buddy, because
Yeah.
I'm so confused.
All right, here we go.
This is what can happen to your brain when it is not on drugs.
This is the image that TD Lane has sent me.
Oh!
If that's the
Kind of
case,
looks
I
like
don't
a
want it.
Dungeons. Hey, it kind of looks like a Dungeons and Dragons dice.
I feel for the
I
crystal.
tell you, it's angry.
Yeah.
It is, in fact, very angry.
I feel
It's a dicey dice. Yeah.
Angry quartz because it's not a crystal. It's a.
Although I could see that
It's
as a
getting angry
Doctor
at
Who
being
episode.
called a crystal.
You mean Dom's family member?
I think
Also called Quark.
I think this is a gender reversal of Thriller.
Yeah.
What?
Michael
You mean
Jackson,
Michael Jackson
the
Yeah, I know
coming at you
that.
on the couch, all scary. No, I thought I had it.
Well,
Swing and a miss there,
prefer
Nick.
Fats, the
You need those crickets,
parallel.
Jess.
Yeah.
Fine.
All right. Well, let us continue on.
The
Yay.
quartz obviously represents us.
Yeah, obviously. All right.
She's manhandling us?
Here we go, guys.
Life or fix your health or fix anything. Just like any magical tool, they are here to help. They're here to assist with your work. You always have to be the one doing the work, and then you bring in some tools to help you do some work. Of course, you can bang your fist on a nail all day, and at some point that nail's going to go into the wall. But use a tool to
So
make it a lot
that's
easier.
that's what you
Crystals are
use
like
crystals for.
hammers.
You use it as a hammer.
So when people use crystals for healing, they are using these energies to heal a place in their aura or in their energy.
I feel like she
that
just
is
admitted
ill, that
this
is
is
broken,
dirty.
that needs some fixing. So back to the vibrating. Think of your body as...
vibrator.
I'm trying to think of something that vibrates aside from a freaking vibrator, and I can't. Okay, let's do this. All right, I'm going to...
I think she just used
Good.
the
I'm glad this is the
wanker
crystal I chose after talking about
pose
vibrator.
there.
Your body is over here we're doing this again. Your body's over here vibrating at a certain level. Like there's a hole in it. Oh God, I'm just going there. Let's make a hole that's not it. Oh, that's even worse, right?
Oh,
so
yeah.
you're over
It's
here
a fucking
vibrating.
wanker.
You know, your hand looks huge, but you're vibrating.
The only
There's like a little tear
downside
in
is
your
that
energy field
it's not
because
purple.
someone hurt your feelings that day and it sucked. And even though you were feeling wonderful, you're dressed really cute, you feel confident, you look good. Your fade is tight. I don't know. Your fade is tight.
Wait a minute.
You look really good. You know
The
what I'm saying?
crystals
You're
did her
really
hair? Is that
confident
what
and
she
you're having a
said?
great day.
Hey,
Someone
quiet.
comes in and messes
Did
up a little
something.
bit of your spirit that day, and that sucks. So you're vibrating pretty high still, but you got a little tear in you. So you want to just go ahead and work with some crystals. Crystals vibrating over
Okay,
here. You want
if
to
you're
tear
tearing
that
up, you're
energy
doing
field
it too
once again,
hard.
this energy field and just fix
Also,
that tear.
drink.
It's like liquid going into a puddle. If there's a hole there, something is going to fill it. So instead of like hanging out with more toxic people and making your situation worse, you're going to fill that hole with something beautiful, something that's going to heal you and help you. Fill it with something that's going to build you up instead of making you fall down.
But I
deeper
do
into
not
that
stick
hole that
my
that
thing
one
in
person who
crate.
decided they wanted to ruin your day put you in.
Damn.
2 minutes.
Yeah. So we made it 2 minutes somehow. However,
Why is she talking about holes and puddles and stuff?
and fill the hole.
And sticking things in it.
Well, yeah, exactly. Hell.
Yeah, that was a pretty painful 2 minutes. I'm not gonna lie. Oh,
Maybe
man.
she wants to be a sexologist. That's an actual profession, by the way.
Well, let's go down the list of hands up here. We have Tornado first.
Jeez. I think
Tornado?
tornado has been broken.
Yes, tornado is
Sorry,
speechless.
I
That
was
says
muted.
it all.
I was muted. I apologize.
Yes.
But yeah, I had a drink call, which was back when she was talking about the whole healing thing.
Mhm.
So she was sitting there claiming that crystals can be used to heal things, and that I think she was saying that you don't need to go to a doctor or something. Just get crystals because they'll help you out. But if you're experiencing pain and you're looking at crystals to help you out instead of going to a doctor, that's no bueno, because as Martimer81 once said, be good to yourself, but don't ignore real problems. If you're suffering from pain and you don't know what's causing it, and it could be something dangerous, if you are stuck with a decision and that decision might have consequences, not taking a certain action can mean facing those consequences whether you want to or not.
All decisions have consequences.
Huh.
Sorry.
Also said.
TD
Way to
Lane.
stop the conversation there, Jen.
TD Lane, you had your hand up?
I heard her go on and say that these crystals were magic, to which all I have to say is, gee, that sounds like exotic solutions. Wink, as a person with scientific minded, exotic solutions are basically saying, we don't have an explanation, this is garbage.
Pretty much.
That is all.
RJ?
Yeah, I'm trying to piece together all the fragments of what I'm getting here. So we've got the bodies with the holes in them, and then we've got the crystals and the vibrations. Are we talking like about the magic rock crystal glory hole here?
No, she's talking about the magic crystal butt plug.
Oh,
Glory
okay. Well,
hole?
that's
Well,
so
that's-
much
that's-
less sleazy.
Tornado, that's the glory hole.
Oh, dear.
When RJ says that, all I can hear is, and if that's true, could it be, like, why is it Ancient Aliens from History Channel right now? That's so...
I'm not saying it's aliens,
Yeah.
It's alien.
but it's aliens.
I have it on the best of authority that there are no aliens permitted here. I've got them all cataloged in my.
What do you have against Mexicans, and why do you catalog them?
Oh, dear.
It was a requirement when he
Right.
joined the Republican Party.
Yeah.
Yeah, see,
Chris-
up in Canada, we call aliens Americans. But we should probably move on now.
Let's go over to.
Somebody has a bowl of cereal.
Yeah. Let's head on over to Chris Kelling.
Look, if you're gonna be
Okay.
eating cereal, you better tell us what cereal it is.
You gotta
It's
share.
ramen.
That's not
That's
cereal.
an interesting cereal.
Well, soup is pretty much just like cold cereal, isn't it?
Well, isn't
Or-
cold cereal just like a gazpacho?
Soup is hot cereal. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Are we gonna go like Lucky Charms for meth heads?
Yes, Chris. Chris, we heard you.
Stop feeding your
I was
peanut.
wondering because I keep getting talked over.
Yeah, it's movie night.
No.
That happens.
I just wanted to know if we could go back to Claudia. Please. She makes more sense.
Oh, Chris, you're in trouble. You are seriously in trouble if you've reached the point where you are asking for Claudia.
Yeah.
You are officially nothing more than QRN and QRM.
This was my plan. This was
Well,
my
I
plan
can't be
all along.
QRN, so,
I just
I'll admit to QRM.
This was my plan all along. I just tell you for a couple weeks that we have no Claudia, and I just keep bringing more and more stupid on every week. That way, by the end of a couple weeks, you're begging for Claudia, and I can put her back on the show.
No, that's not going to work with some of us.
Evil.
Devious bitch.
Exactly.
We have the cum ice cube lady back.
Oh, jeez, yeah. That one was special.
Jess,
Yes,
you're not
Dick?
making friends right now. You know
I
that,
know.
right?
Yeah, that's all right.
As long as
Who
we
needs
never
friends?
get to see the silly juice creep.
Hey, speaking of which, Dick, if you ever have me on your show again, I want to debunk some serious jelly juice.
That's a good idea.
Oh, I
That's
thought
a
you were gonna
really
have
good
speaking
idea.
of which dick.
Well,
Jilly juice is so passe.
let's just say that the jelly juice didn't come from this dick.
But hey, she is not in she's not in prison yet, so there's still work to be done.
Yet.
And I meant
Yet.
that seriously.
Yeah.
Yet.
How are we doing on the raised hands quarantine?
We're getting there. We're working
just
through the
checking.
list. Hey, look, that Jenny Morgan person. She has her hand up.
Wow.
Oh, I think others were before me. I was rather late into the.
Nope, you're next. It goes in order.
Oh, all right. I really want.
order? What is that?
I really want some dreadlocks like that. They're really pretty.
They are pretty, right?
I
Multicolored.
still think she went to the local no touch or light touch car wash and ripped the thing off the rack there.
Yes.
Are you sure
Yeah.
they're not just cross-stitch?
I think that's fairly insensitive. They really are very pretty, and they probably cost her a good deal of money. Which is why I'm going to say to the chat, if anybody would like to finance my purchase of dreadlocks like that, I would happily take donations. Or we could tie down Dick Dawson. We could take a big sample there. And
Yeah, there you
to
go.
our own.
Then again, Jenny, this
come on.
has been your tactic with all product lines.
No,
Mine is
no,
long
my-
enough.
Well, we also had with that we had Dick Dawson with the hand up.
Well, I want to point out right now the absolute absurdity of the position. And, realistically, Boy George did it better. I've heard breatharians give a more coherent argument. And as such, in my world, Quantum Eraser makes more logical sense than you. So we have a lot of splaining to do, Lucy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Her name is Lucy? Really?
I don't think her name is.
Oh, I made that shit up, but
Yeah.
Oh, I was going to say, because she's obviously has a lot of explaining to do.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's continue on then, shall we? I think
I
we
want some
shall.
science.
All right.
Yeah, keep waiting, brother.
So people use crystals to fill holes, tears, or places that are missing in your energy field. A lot of times during crystal healing, they'll have you lay on a massage table, and the practitioner will feel areas in your aura to see where the tears are.
That's what you're calling
it.
it.
Very
okay.
If you're someone that takes care of a family and you carry a large burden, the burden usually is carried on your back. I'm also a massage therapist. This is why I always think of everything scientifically as well as energetically. You usually carry stress in different places. If you are
What was that weird word she used there?
Scientifically, your stress lands here on your shoulders. I'm not trying to make anyone feel bad. I'm just saying this is where that stress usually ends up. If you're someone that takes care of a lot of things at work, say you're the boss of a lot of people, then your stress usually ends up right here.
Does she do chakra laundry too?
Is that a pain in the ass when it's right there?
There's crystals in those areas.
If you sit on a crystal wrong, I could see that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true.
You can become Gwyneth Paltrow.
Ew.
Candles
not only is the
smell
crystal
like
massaging
like
you
her-
energetically
Jumping.
in that area, it's also
jokes,
filling those
so,
holes when
chakra
you are
zulu.
maybe doing too much, you're not delegating enough, you're not asking for help, and you're not relieving yourself after having
Pause.
a ridiculous amount of
Drink.
Yeah.
Damn it. I don't know
Whatever
what
it
I'm
is.
saying.
Yeah, I got you there, Dick.
One of those words.
Something.
Fuck.
Stop the video.
You know? Okay. Damn it, honey. Seriously, your mouth is writing checks that you seriously can't cash. Holy, I've heard Ray the Breatharian give better arguments than this. This is absolute garbage. But
geez.
I will say that the coordination with that shaggy blanket that's behind her fake little Boy George headdress thing, I almost want to ask her, have you fed the dog?
I think
that's actually the pelt of Chewbacca in his later years.
No, that's the pelt of a tornado.
Yeah.
I think she ate the dog.
This is what happens when you depelt the tornado.
I think she tried to.
What you talking about, Willis?
Crystal
Yeah.
energy.
Did
This is what
Tornado
happens
just
when
talk
an
about his
Oompa
cobra
Loompa-
again?
You're quiet there, Jeff.
It's about time this show gets serious and talk about something that matters, like fashion.
Reason.
Yeah.
I can't believe I'm the response for that.
Yeah, good point. I've seen your dress.
Hey,
Moving on.
Steaming Cup of Reason's the only one here with a T-shirt on.
Yeah, that's true.
Can we just say moving on, please?
We will. Reason, are you still there?
Damn it.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay. You were just quiet. Not quiet,
I
like
think
not
his
talking.
brain is just shocked.
No,
by the
no, I
appalling
meant
nature
I
of
meant
the
he was
content.
trying to talk at one point, but he was volume
Yeah,
quiet.
no.
He was
Reason said-
blindsided by the deluge of nonsense.
I was just trying to comment on that shaggy blanket behind. That's a dead sheepdog. And it died because she was trying to feed it crystal energy instead of dog food.
Jeez. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just stuck
possible.
on shagging on a dead dog. That's just
Well,
weird.
Yeah.
Or tried to feed it too much schist.
Yeah.
Hey,
Scheiße.
yeah, we don't eat them over here, so we pay them respect. I
I
don't know
see
what
what
to
you
say.
did there. There was a geology pun there. For those of you who missed it, there was a geology
I thought it was a
pun.
nice one.
And we don't even have
Yeah,
Stephen
it was a
Bauman
nice
here
one.
to
Are you a
appreciate that.
geologist? Professor?
Me?
Or-
No, no,
Oh,
I'm a geophysicist.
Oh, we were
Oh,
taking
well,
that for
that's-
granted.
Same
That's
thing,
close,
isn't it?
No, it isn't.
Somebody hit
Oh,
him
okay.
in the back of the head.
Geologists and
I
geophysicists
think I'm killing
hate
Chris.
one another with the white hot intensity of 1,000
RJ,
times.
jokes are
So,
chalking me up.
But I did want to mention something, and so what she is, in some sense, what she's doing is providing an intellectual. Well, she is providing an intellectual framework for the placebo effect, right? She's saying if you buy these crystals, you're going to feel better. People can buy the crystals, and if they feel better or they think better about their situation, they're going to think that that's fantastic.
Her bank
The
balance
placebo
will
effect-
feel better too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Her bank balance will profit from. So, what she is doing can actually make people feel better. And if experience is anything to go by, the more money they pay for the service she is offering, the better they're going to feel about the service she is offering.
Especially if it's a hand job.
They might feel better if they got a
La la.
hand job and a placebo effect.
Yeah.
But she is marketing
Handy
the.
placebo. Yeah, and a reach
Yeah,
around it. Yes.
that's
I'll
right.
bet
But-
I charge less.
We have no doubt of that, Jenny.
Oh, did you just
Jenny,
call
I'm
Jenny
just
cheap?
going to, this is a cricketing analogy, but I'm just going to leave that one alone.
Yeah.
That's let that go
Smart
past outside
move.
off stuff. Yeah, no, that's,
Sorry, Tony, but I had to do it.
you did have to. You did have to go there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But I mean, so this is the thing. She knows she has a market because some of her audience are going to buy this stuff, and they're going to say, "Oh, well, I feel better for having bought it." But this is where science diverges from woo, is that we can test our results against the placebo effect, and we can demonstrate that we get better results
Tony,
than the placebo effect.
Tony, I'll raise you this woman to Orphan Red, because instead of the crystal, she just sells her tits, and yet supposedly they're supposed to do something for everyone, right?
I don't know. I always feel better seeing tits, so
Yeah, but at least with this girl, we're not listening to that cringy, very annoying,
Yeah, that's true.
wrenching giggle, fake ass giggle.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and I will say, with due deference to Sisik, he was talking about his tits being fun yesterday. They're not the tits I have in mind. Thank you very much, Sisik.
Sir Sick grew himself some tits.
He was making a joke. That he was talking about he was doing a video about somebody who had some very breast-oriented vision of how the feel.
He was truly plumbing the depths of humor
He
on
was
that
plumbing
one.
the depths, and he was going, "No, boobs are fun. I like boobs."
Yeah, me too.
Mrs. Sex boobs and Mrs. Six boobs. My boobs, with all due respect, Sisik, your boobs don't do it for me.
Well, Tony, this is how it works, baby. When boobs are getting in your way, you're doing something right.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's see.
Professor Tony.
Yes.
Just if after the show, get my phone number, and anytime you need your whip sticky, just give me a call.
Well, let's head on over. I think Dick Dawson has his hand up.
Oh, I did, but I think I did my, I literally think I ejaculated all over that one a couple of times. So
Anyway, then let's head on over to RJ.
Yeah, I just want to ask Tony, would he agree then on the blind studies that show that 100% of placebos do as well as placebos?
Yes, I would.
Oh,
Yeah,
good. I
100%.
thought
Hold on.
Yeah.
No, see my last comment. See my last comment.
Actually,
well, we don't want to talk about your
remember-
semen anymore.
I think I remember reading a paper that discussed the use of a enteric-coated placebo versus a raw pill form. Placebo as being more effective.
So
Kenny, you love it raw. Come on, that's not even fair.
The data suggests that actually the more involved the process is, the more effective the placebo. So you don't have to be doing something effective. You just have to be doing something something that the
Convincing?
consumer perceives to be effective. So the more engaged they are in what you're doing, the more effective they perceive it as being. So,
which explains Tony Robbins,
I was just gonna say, Tony, is that the glory hole argument? What the hell did you just say?
Jeez.
No, it's actually it's a known marketing concept that the more people pay for a product, the better the product is in their mind.
Yeah, that's right. So and also the more intrusive. So let's say acupressure. Acupressure treatments are more effective than a sugar pill.
Right.
People perceive acupressure to be more effective at making them feel better than just a sugar pill, because the sugar pill, okay, I took a pill, but that doesn't really relate to me. Acupressure it involves human contact. It involves a process that lasts a while. And the
plus you're
patients
being
who
manipulated in a way that you almost never are.
Yeah, that's right. So the
Oh, that would
user,
probably-
so the customers perceive that as having more of an impact than other styles of placebo. So the style of placebo that's being used, it does have an impact in how effective the placebo is. So actually, some placebos turn out to be more effective than other placebos. It is a really weird and powerful piece of psychology, and it isn't just restricted to humans. Dogs experience the placebo effect. So you can produce a positive outcome in dogs based on the placebo effect. If the dogs understand that you think that the treatment is good for them, they will respond better.
Does this come from Korean culinary experiments?
I'm going to suggest that that's moderately racist, Mr. Dawson. Shame on you.
I know, I'm such an asshole.
Yeah. But this might just explain why the majority of these woo peddling shitheads using this crystal healing practically uses those crystals and more or less plays music on the bodies of their let's just call it victims as if they were theremins.
Yeah,
just without the music.
Yeah, that's
because
true.
it's kind of.
Oh, I love the theremin. It's so cool.
It is such a cool idea, isn't it?
And I
can
don't know
play
why the hell I haven't built one yet, but yeah.
I can play your body like a theremin anytime. It's not hard at all.
Hey, I can play the song.
Well, anyway, we're gonna move on. We have we're gonna move on.
Side Strickling, can I bring to your attention the phrase "be that entirely as it may"?
Yeah, that too.
Should that be in that?
We had Chris Kelling with the hand up, and then we're gonna continue on.
Hey, Dick Dawson, I've built 3 theremins.
Oh, really? Wow.
Hey.
Because I'm like a self-taught stringed
Hey.
instrument.
You're 3
And
ahead of
we-
me, Jenny.
If I just mute him, it works. Damn it, I like how.
Time for me to step in and say,
We can't stall any longer. We have to get back to the video.
Yes, Chris, you had your hand up.
Hey, I like cows. They're cute.
I can't remember.
That tends to happen,
The
unfortunately.
usual thing that happens here.
Indeed. Dick, you still have your hand up.
Oh, I do? I probably didn't undo it from earlier. My mistake.
Well,
I'm
put your
so
hand down, damn it.
And you still
Well, I'm
have your dick up.
trying. Yeah, on our system, the host does it, but never mind me.
Get that hand down and you do it for
There.
something useful now.
Ta-da! All right.
Yeah, put
So-
your hand somewhere
Put
else.
your hand on your lap and keep it there.
So let's
All
just
the long it takes.
let's talk about the fact that we're only 7 minutes in, and we've
we're
been
going to die.
we are not going to die because I have to work again in the morning.
Hey, we are all going to die at some time.
No, we're not, because I went to the store and got extra beer, so fuck y'all.
I'm legitimately going to mute at a point and just go open up Duolingo to get my Klingon lesson done.
All right. Well, I do have another early morning tomorrow, so we are gonna make this a slightly abbreviated night. But we're gonna play a little bit more of our video, and then
Speed her up, and we could skip 10 minutes too.
Do we have a time limit on this next viewing section?
If we do, I'll shut up.
I think we'll skip
Yeah,
forward
right.
a little and see. Let's see if she gets to a point. Here, she shows a whole.
Ooh,
Oh,
colors.
there's a purple crystal. Let's go to the purple crystal because it
Oh
looks
yeah.
like.
Hey, Anthony. Are
yeah,
you listening to this?
It looks like Anthony's specialty here. All right.
I think Bo gave me attitude there.
This is
Another-
just
We're gonna get some science.
this is just crystal showcase.
Another
Uh-huh.
2
That's all
minutes
this
here?
is.
That was amazing.
All right. Let's
Hey,
let's make it at
Dick,
least 2
I
video
am
minutes.
More than 1,000 miles away
Two-
from you. Come at
two
me,
what?
bro.
Yeah, we're gonna make it 2 minutes. So let's see if we can get through it. All right.
Okay, I
You
gotta
wanna
stop
borrow my
watching.
TARDIS?
All right. Hey, zip
Oh
it.
Okay, I'll shut up.
Gee, does this work on a
won't.
normal basis? I need to know.
transferring energy to many different directions. But say if there's a crystal that you found and it's two pieces together, these are really great. They're called soulmate. So if you're someone looking for love, looking for a partner, someone to work with, someone to be with, then finding soulmate crystals like that is really great and they work really well. It's very phallic, sorry. But barnacle formation is when you have
is that
crystals, lots of little baby crystals all over. So like considered barnacles.
So baby crystals.
This piece is great for generating energy, for letting energy flow in one direction. And we're working in group settings, working with a lot of people.
Oh, it's going to be a
Harmonize
boy band.
Any situation where there are loads of people and bring them all into one sort of cohesive thought process. Sphere.
Wait
so
a minute.
Sphere
Wait,
is
hold,
sends
pause.
energy out from all directions.
Pause.
We haven't
Did
made it
she
2 minutes,
say-
Bo.
No, you can't.
Yeah, I know.
Pause. We got a run
I
going.
know. But she said something that sounded actually sounded interesting there. I just it was going too fast for me to
It was
comprehend
accidental.
it.
Rest assured.
Yeah.
Then
But
I have a
she's
feeling
got
it
a
probably
glowing
Dare I
sphere
ask you
now.
to set it to?
We're only at 40 seconds. You can't interrupt now.
No, I'm actually serious here. Dare I ask you to set it to, at most 125 speed and set it back?
It's at
10 seconds,
1.2.
maybe?
It's not even at 1.25.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's normal video.
It's just that she said something that got my interest, but I just
All right.
can't put
I
my
think it was
mark
about
on
the phallic and the streaming in one direction and the group setting. I think that was what had your attention. All right.
I was thinking he misunderstood enormous for clitoris. I'm not really sure, but we should probably try it again.
Hey, the clitoris is a lot bigger than that crystal. Let me tell you.
Oh my
Because
goodness.
it isn't just
All
that
right.
little tiny
Here we
little
go.
thing, you know, it's around the whole.
Bo, you want me to rewind it? You zip it.
She hates me now.
Ooh, no, hold on. No, not at all. Except I almost did just end the meeting, but that's all right. All right.
Yeah, but I would at
Other
this
than
point.
that.
You know, it's okay.
All right, here we go.
After 14 drinks,
crystals,
we
lots of little
side.
baby crystals all over. These are like considered barnacles. They're like little parasites. This piece is great for generating energy, for letting energy flow in one direction. And we're working in group settings, working with a lot of people, helping to harmonize any situation where there are loads of people and bringing them all into one sort of cohesive thought process. Sphere. So a sphere is it sends energy out from all directions because it doesn't have any points. It's just very nice, clear, smooth. It's just sending out energy in all directions. Tower. So towers are really great for centralizing energy, for being a powerhouse of
Chrysler building
in or forcing energy out. They're like a giant battery, just like shooting energy
It's
out.
only,
Penis-
it's only that
penis
color
supplements.
after it's been
Are
cleaned.
another one of my favorites. It's like this flattened sphere. There's flattened in that way, and they send energy out kind of on a plane, like on a straight plane. So these are really great for meditating with. They're really great for laying and placing on your body to heal your physical body. I love these. And the last shape we're going to talk about today is the geode. The geodes look like this. They were once not these two. These weren't together, but geodes. When you
Are
find
you
them,
sure
they kind of
about
look
that?
like plain old rocks. You tap them open, and they are filled with a lovely crystal cave. I love geodes so much. These are great for focusing energy inward on yourself, and also
Cave
for sending out
meaning
soothing, calming energy.
euphemism for
Because they are encased still in stone, people believe that geodes have a softer energy because the energy is still kind of focused inside
Softer,
instead of being
cuddly
outside.
energy.
And for myself, I do find that to be true. I do find that a geode's energy is a lot more calming and a lot more soothing than another crystal's energy, just because it's like a womb. You know what I mean? You think of a womb, you think of
Okay,
being
pause,
born.
drink,
You
or
know?
whatever. Can I be the asshole here?
It's 2 minutes.
We wouldn't
Can we
expect any
stop
less
you?
of you.
No, you may not. You may be one of them, or not the.
Yeah, I hate this bitch. Okay, she is selling bullshit, and she's doing it through cuteness and fucking. Look at me. This is seriously orphan red in a different package. And for the love of God, would you do everybody a favor and stuff this shit? Clean up your asshole where it belongs. Go and see the proctologist and say, "Holy shit, do I have a problem?" Because we don't want to fucking hear it, you moron. Fuck off.
I actually, I'll save this for when everybody else is done.
All right. Well,
Go to me
let's,
last.
Let's go over to Jenny Morgan.
Gee, Dick, you're awful harsh. I think she's much more attractive than Orphan Red, by far.
Yeah. Okay.
No,
I'll give her that, but I
Now,
still
hold
only
on,
want
this
to
is
dick
not a
slap her
discussion.
back in the last century. So
This
you
is
know.
not a discussion. I have the floor, so shut the fuck up.
Like you don't have everybody else.
Okay. I would like her to explain the dynamics of her statement that the energy only flows one way in the crystal. There's got to be a demonstration of why that works that way.
Yeah.
And it only works
thirdly,
time of the month.
I will completely agree with her that tower-shaped crystal could be very, very useful.
Yeah, that's true.
As could the Chrysler Building.
Well, that's the crystal Jenny was referring to. I think that it's. I think that if Jenny is arguing that energy can go both ways, she doesn't really understand how phalluses work.
Well, in and out is usually the best.
Yeah.
There's limited side movement. But
that gives a whole new meaning to In-N-Out Burger.
Oh my goodness.
That would be In-N-Out Taco.
Yeah.
In-N-Out Taco.
Anyway, Tornado, you had your hand up?
Well, yes, because of something that she brought up. The various shapes of crystals. You know, you can shape crystals yourself. In fact, that's probably how all those crystals got those different shapes, well, except for the naturally grown ones. Now, I'm just wondering, what would a crystal tower shaped like the Empire State Building do with an energy field? Would it just be like channel every single emotion
it attracts
that New
King
York
Kong.
has? Oh yeah, that would be pretty cool if you could attract every gorilla in the area by setting up a small model of
Only
New York.
40-foot ones.
Well,
Yeah, and also
it
the
attracts Tom
Guardians.
Hanks and Meg Ryan.
Yeah, and also Guardians of the Galaxy will have constant coverage, so that's also cool.
And cute little talking raccoons.
I would have constant coverage. Oh, we're not talking about her face. Sorry, never mind. I'll shut up now.
Oh my goodness.
Stop your motorboating dreams now.
We also had RJ with the hand up.
Yeah, it's obvious that she's anthropomorphizing the rocks and assuming that energy, the mythic energy, flows along whatever the shape is. So if it's like a flat rock, it's going out flat ways. If it's a phallic shaped, it's shooting out in the direction that it's going. You know, Jenny noticed that this is just completely arbitrary. But I'm focusing in on that soft energy of the geodes. That you know, just exactly, is this like the difference between like a nylon pile carpeting and chamois? I'm not entirely sure whether she has a clear idea of what hard or soft energy is.
RJ, I am very, very close to a number of my toys, and I consider them to have a life force.
Oh, okay.
RJ, I'm thinking it has to do with the type of carpeting in the home, whether it's shag or pile, right?
Yes, and as we can see, she uses that for lots of decor.
Yeah. Apparently.
So I want to incoming science alert.
Warning!
The size of crystals that are formed depends on the rate of nucleation, the rate of growth, and the rate of recrystallization. And so whether or not crystals grow quickly or slowly depends on a combination of these factors. So I may have
you seen those giant crystals down in that cave in Yucatan or somewhere that are just unbelievably massive?
Yeah, where humans can't live unsupported, right?
You mean the museums, practically museums that are perfectly lit as well? The crystal exhibitions or whatever. I don't know what they're called.
No, there's a cave complex where the crystals are so massive that
they're like sequoia log size.
Yeah,
they're monstrously large.
And the chemical conditions inside are such as to basically destroy human without protection. You
need a
I
your
think
own
it's
oxygen
exceedingly hot in
supply,
there,
or
isn't it?
just a filter mask.
It's extremely hot and toxic. inside the environment, and you basically need to be in your own isolated system.
Yeah, and you can only go in there very short periods of time before it's just wearing you down. But they're unbelievably massive, and I would love to see, although maybe I would not love to see what she would think about crystals on that magnitude, as opposed to the rhapsodies she's going off on one she can hold in her hand.
Rhapsodies, I love it.
Hey Doc, are crystals considered a mesomorphic rock? Or are they their own class?
I think they're their own class. I think mesomorphic refers to rocks that have undergone some deformation after the crystallization process. But
I thought mesomorphics were rocks that were formed as crystals filter through another substrate and accumulate.
So this gets back to a question I was asked earlier about whether or not I'm a geologist. I am not a geologist, and any geologist in the world would be insulted by being called a geophysicist. Any geophysicist in the world would be insulted by being called a geologist.
Yeah. This man is not Robert Schock. Oh, sorry, that's not. It's not History Channel.
Tell me this though: is it true that the geology department shows earthy films?
They're not legally permitted. Actually, our geology department went out of business, and we had to absorb them into the earth sciences.
What, they ran out of dirt?
They ran out of dirt. Well, they ran out of students who were willing to pay them, was what they ran out of.
Individual crystals have varying accretion rates, and so they can tell an awful lot about rock formations by the kinds of crystals in them. Some of them can only form in certain temperature ranges, some can only form in certain pressure ranges, and so they can deduce what was going on in the rock way down in the earth, even though it may be on a mountain range now.
That's exactly right. And so the what I was saying about the rate of crystal formation and crystal size, that larger crystals are a sign of rapid cooling, is only true of some systems. I've been busily Googling this in the period since, and it turns out that I was oversimplifying.
Yes, the ones that are formed in like atmospheric conditions where they're accreting or causing from drips are coming down, whereas kind of crystals that are formed deep in the earth have a very different dynamic, and they tend not to make gigantic crystals. I mean, you're not talking about even the ones that she would have in her hand are in a different set of dynamics than what you'd be seeing in deep rocks.
I may as well not be here with RJ speaking.
Well, fortunately, I bump into a lot of geologists. In fact, there's a whole slew of them here in Spokane, and some have lectured to our various clubs, and they have lectures on things, and so it's
Can we move on, please?
RJ, are opals considered crystals?
Oh, I'm not sure.
They're a complicated question.
Yeah,
they have issues.
Aren't they?
Yes.
No, they're highly unusual how they develop. As I
Can we
understand.
move on, please?
Tornado is bored.
Tornado is bored. Science is tedious.
Have we got to the stupid yet, Mommy?
May I get a little bit out here to clear up the metamorphic rocks really quick?
You may.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So science alert. Metamorphic rocks can generally be classified as rocks that undergo metamorphosis, or basically changes in the crystalline structure.
Mesomorphic.
Yeah, it's a slightly different adjective.
Yes, that is a slightly different
We're
adjective.
talking meso.
Oh, I got that wrong then.
You did.
Yeah.
It's quite
F
alright.
in the
We still
chat.
respect you.
F in the chat.
All right, I retract everything.
It's sort of in the middle
Right.
of morphic, just by the way the term means.
By the way, does anybody else think that T.D. Lane sounds like a country singer's name?
He ought to be, yeah. T.D. Lane's going to give us a new little rendition of I Walked Down to the Grocery Store and Bought Myself a Candy Bar.
TD Lane may be right. Mesomorphic may not be a correct adjective to apply to rocks. Mesomorph seems to apply to humans.
And I feel considerably better now.
Yeah, that killed it for me. That was so non-rock and roll. You can't.
Well,
I can't even describe
I dropped out of school.
He
in
had the
sixth
rocks,
grade,
but no
so-
rolls.
Okay.
Because I legitimately there, I felt like, did I get something wrong on the same
So
ride?
I'm going to
majoring?
suggest that Jenny asked a question in good faith. I screwed it up, and TD Lane came along with some accurate information.
You,
So that's
don't
what
know
happened there.
Jenny.
And we're all the better for it.
All right. Well,
Should
let's.
I finish my spiel now?
Yeah, but I dropped out of school in 6th grade because I learned I could make more money with my body. So.
Yeah, but it's not PhD's Tony's fault because he's been hanging out with us a bit lately, and so what do you expect?
I freely admit to not being a geologist. I'm a fucking physicist, and we are not geologists.
Okay.
Well, I'm glad
There
to
is
know
a fucking
how
distinction.
well does one fuck a physicist?
What is the difference?
So
Oh, here we go.
Oh,
so
boy.
a geophysicist is concerned with the physics of what's going on in the Earth and the physical processes that apply. A geologist is more interested in the styles of rocks that you can see, where they form, and what the distinctions between them are.
Tony.
So if you ask me what the distinction between a schist and a gneiss is, I'll say I don't know what the distinction between a schist and a gneiss is. I'm going to look it up on Wikipedia and get back to you in a few minutes. But if you
Tony,
ask me...
You will never become a creationist. I don't know. It's not in the vocabulary.
If you ask
it's
me...
not.
If you ask me what
prepared for
isostasy is, or how grabens form, or that sort of stuff, I'll be able to answer you.
Of
But
what
that's
forms?
not graben.
So you're really dealing more with the
Can
bulk
I-
of the Earth that you can't
Yeah.
get at on the surface, and whereas the geologists are restricted to what they can
Yep.
chip away on the surface.
Can
that's
I
right.
can I give analogy to everybody here? It's the difference between the astronomer and the cosmologist.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's not a bad one.
that's not a bad distinction. So the geophysicist is more concerned with the physical processes that are applying inside and near the Earth, inside the Earth and near the Earth's surface. That's what geophysics is all about. Geologists are all about the influence of those forces on the rock, on on the structures that you see. So so each of us hates the other. So geologists will say that they hate geophysicists. Geophysicists will say that they hate geologists. So when people, it's kind of weird when people come into the chat and say, "Wow, you really know a lot about geology." Thank you, I guess.
Yeah, you might as well have said, really like your astrology.
Yeah, that's right.
Basically the same.
You may as well have come up and kicked me in the nuts at that point, but I understand what you're trying to say. Yep, so I appreciate it.
And I don't think any discipline is more prone to extremely detailed use of terminology than the geological community. Where
Yeah,
if you
that's right.
attend a general a shop talk meeting at a club of geologists, and they are not trying to dumb anything down for anybody, whereas biologists will tend to do that. So they're a pesky little bunch.
Yeah, geologists we really tend to have, they have terms for every different type of fucking rock.
They cut no slack.
It's a fucking rock, guys. Just
I have
rather than
seen
using the term schist
No, it's
or
perovskite
gneiss or,
with a little bit of such and so in it.
Yes, or muscovite, or God, what was his name? Ringwoodite.
Yeah. That bubbles
So
up in the
that
creationist
was her
community.
name.
They fill with that quite a lot.
Sometimes it's just a pretty rock.
Yes, that's right. I knew Ted Ringwood, who was one of the best, who was one of the greatest earth scientists we've ever seen. I knew him personally. But I don't know what the distinction between ringwoodite and muscovite is because
well, you should be ashamed of yourself,
Muscovite
Tony.
is just not bathing for a couple of weeks.
Muscovite is a rock that's found in Russia. And
Right.
The ring one is found in that place where they did
where
movies,
Frodo comes from.
That's it, Frodo.
In the background, Cy Strickling is desperately trying to muster the courage to shut this conversation down.
Hold on. Sorry, Cy, hold on. Beaver's trying to apologize to PhD Tony right now to saying, boom, I called you a geology expert on science or satire, and oops, I fucked up big. You know, that's like calling me a refrigeration expert a fucking plumber, right? So, you know, he's laying it on the line, Tony. He knows it, right? It's all good, buddy.
Yeah. Well,
hey, a fridge has tubes and stuff.
Hey, I
anyway,
hear you on
Cy
that.
should be allowed to reassert.
Speaking of which, I want to know where I can buy a refrigerator because we can only get refrigerators. I want to have a thing that refrigerates.
Oh dear, RJ. With that,
Jessica, kill him for the redneck speech right there.
That one was really way below your standards.
it was.
Yeah, that wasn't even worthy.
Things got a little
cog's
cold
vote.
after that one.
Yes.
I was trying, man.
There's a chill
What
in
the
the room
hell?
now.
We did have a $5 super chat from Chris Kelling. So thank you for that, Chris Kelling, who says, do either go by Roctoric degree. Also hold your head up. That's harder to say than you think.
Rocket J flying
Hey,
squirrel.
we have to say that this was a masterful delay tactic.
It was.
It was well executed this time.
It was. It
And
was actually
inadvertently some knowledge slipped in.
Yeah, we did actually get to some science, RJ. Not in the video, but hey, same difference. Close enough. All right.
We must have gotten to science because I have hives all over.
Now we're gonna have to get back to the show.
Well, I think here we actually might just wrap it up for the evening. We've been live for I think over 2 hours now.
May I propose the extreme possibility that the rest of this video will be no more informative than what we've already seen?
I think you're
I
pretty
can't
spot
possibly
on.
imagine that.
Could we dial it through and watch the last minute?
Yeah, we could just
we
zip
could
forward to
do
the end
that.
and hear her
Actually,
plug.
Actually, I have a request. It looks like she was basically showing off all the crystals that she showed in the opening during that screen over. I want to see if the ammonite.
The ammonite, the shell.
Yeah, and I want to see what she says about that. So maybe we can
I
just
don't
parse
know where
through
that
really
would
quick.
be or which one that is.
You have a
If she was using like a straight nautiloid,
the
that would have a
ammonite is
certain
the really
practicality.
spirally shell-shaped one.
Yeah.
Are you
They look
saying
like
that
a-
because
they look
you
like a
have a
nautilus.
are you saying
Like
that
that
because
one?
you have a
No,
suspicion
it'll look
that
like
she will
it'll look like
mess
a
it up?
little cephalopod shell.
The hell is a cephalopod?
Probably.
A
Yeah. And it'll have
cephalopod
little
is like
suture
a.
marks on it.
Do you
They're
know
very
what a
common
A
fossils.
cephalopod
Yes,
is
do
like
you
an
know what a
octopus,
nautilus is?
but it's a
I'll
spiral.
let you know when it's on screen.
Think of a
They lived during
snail.
the time, well, down to the Permian, I think, is when they
Yeah,
went extinct.
snail. Snail is a good idea.
No, RJ. It was ammonites went extinct at end Cretaceous.
Oh, okay. Anyway, they were like they were marine
Does she
critters. They got
taste
quite
the
big, and they had
rocks?
rather complicated shell twists as
Yeah.
they went
Oh
along.
yeah.
Oh,
they got
I've seen ammonites that are a foot in diameter.
Yeah.
The
And they
LA
get
Natural
bigger
History
than that,
Museum, they have an
Jenny.
ammonite shell that's bigger than me. They
Yeah.
got massive.
Yeah, they got really, really big.
Sorry, I had to move the cat.
Yeah.
The cat decided to pet himself on my hand while I'm trying to
What
do
did you
some mouse.
What did you have to do to get them big?
Well, you had to not have any predators. As soon as they got big, people started deciding that they could eat the ammonites.
Yeah,
And,
Mosasaurus figured out, hey, we can
Yeah,
crush
yeah,
these.
they were a predator of ammonites. I think they found
Yeah.
some within their little tummies.
Yeah. So basically, stuff gets big until somebody else comes along and goes, those look kind of tasty. I think I can eat
Although
them."
they had a pretty damn good run.
they did have a pretty damn good run. I'm not trying to diminish the.
Yeah, you're going to get bad letters from the Ammonite Defamation Society.
I think we should bring.
It wouldn't be the first such letter I've received. Thank you.
Yeah. What's amazing is the number of Ammonites that have email.
I think we should bring back the trilobite.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have a quite nice fossil of a trilobite that I bought from the Smithsonian.
Yeah,
I think we have a trilobite as the Secretary of Education.
I don't think you do. I think trilobites are a much more successful product of evolution than Betsy
That's
DeVos
true. That's a terrible
ever will
insult
be.
to the trilobites.
I'd rather have a beer with a trilobite than Betsy Voss.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, let's get to the end here.
Yeah, so I guess we don't get to see her tell
No.
some colossal misinformation about Ammonites.
No, it does not
that's a
look
shame.
like
By
it.
far the most interesting thing possible is
It's the one
She may
thing
not
she
even
leaves
realize that reflects a fossil rather than a crystal.
That's true. She probably doesn't. I wouldn't be surprised.
Microraptor is ripping into me. I had no idea she
Yeah.
was this mean. Oh, jeez.
All right. Well, let's get to the end here and see what she's got to say.
And whatever, buying crystals on eBay is difficult. Be careful. There are loads of piranha on eBay who are just creating crystals in labs and just shipping them out. They're not naturally formed. They're putting the minerals together and creating them.
And that's a problem now.
Where they're coming from. Like I said, sometimes.
Yeah.
What?
Pause the drinking?
Lab-grown crystals, often enough, are completely indistinguishable from natural ones. So,
but she can feel the vibrations.
Indistinguishable in what sense?
Structurally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isotopically, they're going to be distinct, right?
Yeah. It's one of those things where, like, to the naked eye, you're not going to be able to tell the difference.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's true.
But what if
Absolutely.
I'm nearsighted? I can't see if I don't have my glasses.
Will future people like her be trying
we're
to
stalling
tell
here.
us
We've
all
only
about
made it
Buckyball?
10 seconds here. Let's tornado.
Carry on, size striking.
Tornado.
Oh, sorry.
All right, there we go.
Crystals are mined literally by children who are not being paid to do so, and it's really kind of a scary thing. So be very careful about buying crystals on eBay, because a lot of the time they are what they say they are. There are people that are selling these beautiful giant crazy green phantom quartz, and they look gorgeous. They are very much a treated crystal that has been made in a lab. So just be careful with just be careful. There are also these great things where people will have a
be able to
dig
do
in
your
an area. I don't
imaginary
know where
healing
that
magic
happens,
with
but I'm
them.
going to find out, where you can pay a certain amount of money and then they'll let you into this area outside in the wild, in the human nature world, and you can dig for crystals in that
Human
area.
nature
And
world?
usually an area that's
I
rich
know
in
this.
crystals,
I
not
know
just
this
like outside in
exotic
your
dancing
backyard.
named
If
crystal.
you can find some
we
crystal
thought was
mining
pretty
in
much
your
made in a
area,
lab.
then do it. And then let me know, because I will fly there to do that with you. That would be so much fun. That's another thing. You can find quartz everywhere. Quartz is everywhere. It's not always clear. Sometimes it's like milky looking and white, but you can find quartz almost anywhere. Yeah, that's all I'm going to talk
Is it
about
right
today. I need to
next
get a cup of tea. I
to,
hope you guys
Dr.
have a
Dino's
beautiful,
Adventureland?
wonderful day. Sorry I haven't gone so long. We are going to be doing a self-care
we're
video
sorry
next.
too.
Magical self-care. Have a beautiful
You're
day.
not
I'll talk to you guys
gonna find quartz in
later.
a mine.
Bye. I don't know what I'm doing.
I have one final call.
Pretty green trees again.
All right. Well, let's head over to
Golly
Tornado if you want to do your wrap up while you're at it, Tornado.
Yeah, my final call was that just because a crystal has been treated or made by man does not mean that nobody's going to want it. Maybe someone is looking for a specific color that isn't found in nature. Maybe someone just wants a mineral that looks different and looks better than a normal mineral. Maybe someone's just interested in having odd colored rocks. There are many reasons why people would want treated minerals, including, and not limited to, for funsies.
I have first Microraptor in the chat says, "Are there rocks in Uranus?" And then we had a $45 super chat.
I've had some in my kidneys. Does that count?
Well, Uranus is a gas giant, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, we
It's where the
also
Klingons
we also
hide.
had a super chat from Morton Nielsen for $45 who says, Wait, she will fly here to do what with me? Yeah.
Morton, you do not want to know.
She's gonna
Trust
come
me.
mine your rocks, so you might want to be worried.
At least we got a new pickup line. Hey, would you like to come up and see my crystals?
Rub my crystals together.
Yeah.
All right. Well, shall we do our wrap ups here? Let's go around the room and see what everybody had to say about tonight.
Aww.
Let's start with Chris, since he's got his hand up.
Okay, well, I had my hand up only because that picture just kind of reminded me of Tales from the Dark Side. But I don't. That isn't your picture, is it? Just
No, that's
no.
the
Okay,
video.
I did.
That was the beginning of the video.
It's a very nice picture. It's just it just seems ominous and foreboding. But
Yeah.
anyhow, as far as plugging, yeah, I'm just going to do my weekly plug for Game of Fools, and turns out to be the reason why we didn't do a Saturday night movie night instead of the Friday night. We decided to hold off a week, and we're having a ton of fun over there. Like to see you guys. We usually have a couple spaces left for the for people to join and play, or you can join in as the audience. That is when we do the Jackbox TV. I think we're going to be doing that for probably another couple of weeks. Okay. One Winged Sparrow is letting me know that last he heard we were going to be having one tomorrow, but our host has been pulling her hair out with the last bit of the education for the semester. She had I think a 30-page essay that had to be written and stuff like that. So hopefully she's getting that done and can spend some time to play. Other than that, I hope everybody in the Northeast survived the storm. My power company, NeverSource, has finally decided to turn on the power for this area, so I was able to join in. I'm happy about that. So
Well,
with
that's
that,
good.
I'll turn it back to our host.
Well, thank you for that, Chris Kelling. I do appreciate it. Yeah, we made out luckily all right over here. We didn't lose power where I'm at. Most of the state did, actually, but we didn't lose power. No damage to the house. We did have some pretty big fence damage that's got to be repaired. So now we got a giant hole in the fence, but minimal issues compared to others. So thankfully we made out all right with the tropical storm as it came through. And let's see.
Made out.
RJ, did you read all those books, or is that wallpaper?
Oh, those are CDs, and I've listened to all of them. Primarily classical music.
Well, with that, let's say hello to RJ and see what he's got to say.
Yeah, and the cute little pug and the pirate kitty.
Yes.
I got my book to shill with Jackson Weed. The Rocks Were There, Volume 1, where we vaporize Answers in Genesis. And there will be a Volume 2 probably next year. There's Evolution Slam Dunk, my own solo book, Vaporizing Creationist on the Reptile Mammal Transition. Go Probantic Nathids! And then the Paralogs of Phileas Fogg, the first of the Phileas Fogg series. And I'm working on the second novel, literally as we speak, since the file is open on my computer here. So anybody that likes to read and learn shit and help old people with their book royalties, get my books there at Amazon.
You're not old.
Oh, well,
okay,
yeah,
not
67.
that
That's not
old.
too bad.
Hey, just wait till you try that 69 stuff.
RJ, but I told the creationists yesterday how Probanifus was predicted, and all they said was conspiracy, and I directly told them how it was predicted and why it wasn't a conspiracy, and they just doubled down. So clearly this proves that you're wrong.
Yeah, and it was in 1912 by Robert Broom, who was a South African paleontologist with a prickly personality, who later went on and did a lot of work on Australopithecines and that in the 1920s. But back in 1912, he predicted the double-jawed therapsid form that had to be the necessary transitional, the only possible way this was going to work, between the standard jawed reptiles and the mammal jaw, which has a completely different jaw hinge. And 20 years later, they started finding exactly those fossils. So that's a spectacular case. If they were designed, the designer really likes evolutionary paleontologists and makes stuff to make them happy.
RJ, it's so fantastic. The Paranephus doesn't even have the complete mammal jaw joint because it's not quite connected yet.
Yeah.
But then you have other Thoraxid fossils that do have the complete jaw joint.
Yeah, in fact, we have and by the way, as I documented in Evolution Slam Dunk, creationists avoid this information like the plague. Yeah. And so that's the reason why your average creationist doesn't know about it, because the creationists ignore it for him.
RJ, did that small mammal discovery rush happen when they figured out the conqueror? I always screw up this word. Conquerors that concretion covering of
accretion.
That's it of so many small mammal rocks or fossils, excuse me.
No, they found most mammals are known by teeth because they're so bloody durable.
Right.
But the jaw structures, they started to find these oddball synapsid reptiles that have only one skull opening compared to the diapsids, which are the ones that lead off to reptiles, archosaurs, dinosaurs, crocodiles, and all that bunch.
Hey guys, I love you all dearly.
Oh yes. Shut up, Jim.
We're stalling.
We're stalling at the wrong part.
Wrong part.
We need to get through our wrap ups here. So
right.
Let's head on over to PhD Tony. What do you got for us?
Well, it was a pleasure to be on. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I enjoyed having you here. It was nice.
Yes, always love seeing science struggling around. So it's just wonderful to be on another stream with her. So, and thank you all. I'm sorry I said some inappropriate things, but I thought that this was the format for them. So.
Yeah, nothing close to me. So
yes, inappropriate things like that science and all.
Yeah.
I didn't notice anything, but I'm certainly not a gauge for that sort of thing.
And I will, Ilya has prompted me. I am on Sit Down with Debunkers in about 12 hours time. Yep, that's right. A little bit less than 12 hours. But I'll be on there with
awesome.
Sit Down with Debunkers. And if you have not subscribed, YouTube actually censors me when I describe necrotizing fasciitis and the various other consequences that will befall you if you do not subscribe to Sit Down with Debunkers.
Yeah.
So please get over there.
Well, thank you for that. I do appreciate it. And with that, let's head on over to Dick Dawson.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, there's three kind of people in life. There is the flurf, there is the not flurf, and there is fucking smart enough to know better. So let's look at them closely. The flurf. You got the Daniel Pratt, the Scotty Storms and stuff. You don't want to be that guy. But you got the not so flurf. But you still could be a Giorgio Tsoukalos or a fucking Eric Daniken, right? We're not really sure here. But then you've got the I know better, and that is this panel right here. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to go and educate yourselves. I don't care if you've got a fucking college degree and yada, yada, yada. Get to the goddamn library, read a book, and further yourselves, because God forbid that History Channel makes fucking sense to you. Move on.
Well spoken.
Yeah, exactly. Well, thank you for that, Dick, and thanks for being here tonight. I appreciate it. And let's go over to... I forget who I didn't get to yet. Who did I not get to yet? Anybody? Speak now or forever hold your peepees.
I think pretty much everybody got
peepees? I need to hold my penis? What? Huh? Okay, I'll do it. I mean, hey, I'm naked except for a t-shirt, so yeah, sure.
Yes, Tornado?
Yeah. For my wrap-up comments, there's going to be this. This video was completely and utterly dumb. Like, just totally dumb. But it wasn't so much dumb that it made me want to pull my hair out or go Tasmanian devil on someone. No,
Yep,
the kind
worse
of
next
stuff
time.
the kind of stuff that makes you go Tasmanian devil on someone is the type of stuff regarding Julian Epperly. Psystrike is the original Psystrike, I should say. May he rest in peace. Did 2 videos with the panel regarding Julian Epperly. And the second one, when I got really, really pissed off, is I think somewhere around February of 2019. So if you want to go watch that, just look for something that mentions Jilly on there. And you should be able to see where I go completely off the wall and why they call me the angriest debunker. Dick Dawson, I suggest you watch that, and I suggest you feast eyes and watch as the tornado reaches EF5 levels.
NATO, I already know that one.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Wait,
and then,
you've already seen that one?
This particular video was a cute chick trying to sell crystals as though she had added value to them.
Yeah.
There are more noxious and more vapid. There's much more vapid and much more damaging content out there, but she deserves to have the shit ripped out of her because just being cute or just selling crystals is not helpful to anybody.
Yeah.
And if she's just trying to make money off the placebo effect, that deserves to be called out. Because anybody can do anything and just say, well, this will make you feel better. That's the placebo effect. So, the people she's selling to deserve to be protected from her. But she actually should be out there doing something more constructive with her life.
Indeed. Let's go over to Bo. Yes, Bo?
Yeah. Everybody, make sure that you pull out your... yeah, no, not Nazis this time. Your calendars and mark the 18th of February next year. Because if all goes well, which it hopefully does, we will land on Mars. That is not just me, but also several of our esteemed panel members, including the late legend Psystrike and Buster the Pug.
Yes.
We will land on Mars on the Perseverance rover. So make sure you put that in your calendar. The 18th of February.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you for that, Bo. And Sean Hufford, did you have anything to add?
I got nothing. I'm too tired.
Understandable.
So you're still hurting from what she did last week there?
All the
you
moistness
only
still
knew.
is it still in the bottle?
Oh boy. Anyway,
I'm
thanks,
sorry,
there,
but
Bo.
I'm sorry, but Sean just rubbed it in your face.
I hope he's
I
not
don't
rubbing
think
it in
he rubbed
Bo's
one
face.
out, though, but,
So,
yeah.
and
She did
usually
that.
it's Sean rubbing his in her face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sean
So
better not be
my-
rubbing it in Bo's face. I don't know.
My
I
response.
didn't do that. No, I did not say that.
That is what you said.
Be
You said that
that
Sean rubbed it in his
entirely
face.
Fuck every one of you.
as it may.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm tired.
Wait a minute. What?
So,
Don't I get to
yeah.
say goodbye?
Yes, sure. What?
Bye,
Oh, well.
panel.
Say
Well,
say
good
good
night,
night,
everybody.
Jenny.
It was a lovely time tonight.
It was.
I'm very proud to represent the ill-educated branch of Psystrike's force. And Dick Dawson, I still think you suck until you have me on the shills.
The gauntlet is thrown.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, we'll do it.
We also, I think, by the way, I missed a super chat from Morton Nielsen. He said, for 45 dick dollars, he says, you can always stick a crystal in that hole.
Oh, boy.
So, thank you
Dick
for
and
that,
Tony,
Morton.
I do guest shots too, you know.
Yes, and I do want to mention that Morton Nielsen put the YouTube channel link in the live chat for his wife's YouTube channel. So please
Put it out
check
again,
it out.
Morton.
Yeah, do that again because they do
Bit
fun.
of tea and Danish, baby. That is
Yeah.
a killer show.
They
Lyndon
do
Nielsen.
they do a lot of fun stuff and things, and you know it's definitely worth a
Stuff
sub
things?
over there. So go check them out. By order of movie night, go check them out.
You're fucking right.
Exactly. All right. Well, with that,
I think I need my final note because I haven't quite gotten that out.
Are you sure?
I am.
Okay.
Sigh. You did more videos for the wheel. Oh boy. I'm gonna pull some ones out of the woodwork for you.
Oh no.
Fear me, for I am deaf.
Yeah, I think we should all fear you now. We'll see what kind of
If
special
only
wheel
I
we
was
got.
deaf.
We'll see what kind of.
Lane,
Yeah.
you've got the same cadence as one of my friends. Are you sure you're not my D&D dungeon master?
No.
We don't want to talk about your
I
dungeon
am not
master,
sure,
Tornado.
But then again, I live in California.
I was just
So I
going to
think-
say, I'm pretty sure he's somebody's master, but I don't think it's yours.
What you do in your own dungeon is your own business.
I said Dungeons and Dragons!
And stay tuned
Sure.
for the X-rated version of Side Tonight.
I like
I
that.
believe we will
Shut
soon have a
up.
substitute for punching the cobra.
All right.
Nothing can substitute for
Why
punching a
am I
cobra.
always the creator of all the memes?
Hey, you're
It's
not.
what it's what you were put on
Brooke.
Earth for, Tornado.
Tornado, it's because you're easy.
Don't let that get around.
I'm easy
I
too, but
like
I'm got me a
easy.
damn bit of good.
All right. Well,
Guys,
I think with that we're good with our wrap ups. Are we good?
You gonna wrap up our
Yes.
wrap-ups?
I do want
wanna
to
be
say
I want to
Yep,
be Tornado's
our cobras
first.
have been wrapped.
last thing I want to say is I do want to just say thank you to Steaming Cup of Reason and Bool and Tatty for also coming by. They did have to leave a little bit early, but I did want to thank them. I appreciate having everybody here tonight. I appreciate all of you. And mostly, I appreciate the audience. You guys are the best. You guys make this show what it is, and we love you. So with that, everybody, say goodnight, panel.
Good
Good
night,
night.
panel.
Hey,
Good
you
night,
have to get
fellow
the
babies.
inflections correct. Good night,
night,
pal. You know, yeah.